Hey guys, welcome back to today's Trader. I hope everyone is cool. I am not going to spend any more time. Would love to start from here. I would love to show you this video that I have uploaded yesterday, Asia session trade. We'll start from here and then we'll go for the price action a bit. Okay, I'll try to make it a bit faster and I will try to show you something. Can I do it? I don't know. Can I do it or not? I don't think so. However, just focus over here and then we'll see this area. Just remember that area where I framed that session trade exactly over there. Just remember it marked here, then here, I mean until this gap, then this gap, and then until that line. Okay, so over here you will be able to see that later I marked it as a discounted area here. So I show you that. Okay. Deep discount, deep premium. So the point is from here this market will come to there, and then from there, from this inverse gap, it will come to this line. Just remember, you can see the time is exactly 6. Okay, 6 over here on the bottom, 6, 6:15, 6:30. This is that area. I would love to explain this first and then we'll go for the rest of the price action, as some of you got confused over here. What was that, man? I didn't get. So just remember, I just marked it like this way. It is going to work. Okay, it was absolutely pre-market. I didn't know is it going to happen or not, but I was expecting this will work from here to here, and this is how it is going to work. Okay, and later you can see that I write it down. What is that? Okay, I have to cook. Okay, so uh, I had to cook, that's why I just didn't go for that sale or everything. Like that sale I was expecting it will come here and then come here. I just didn't go for the sale, but would love to show you the price action right now. Just remember it is from 6, around 6. That is the area which is around from 6. So I will come here. That is that area. Yeah, here. I'd love to start from that area so you guys will be able to see. This is that exactly 6. Okay, this is that area. I would love to use the replay mode so that you guys can get everything over here. However, this is that 6. First of all, you can see this is that 6 p.m. candle. Okay, this candle didn't make any new day opening gap. Just because I saw it didn't make any new day or new week opening gap, I was confident about the premium and discount is going to work over there. But if there was any new day opening gap, like gap around here, I wouldn't go for this type of idea or something. I wouldn't go for that, as we didn't have the gap, so it was a normal price action to me. So I tried to take the area by thinking that it is going to work according to the logic. Okay, I was thinking like that way. So on my right hand side, I would love to show you the chart here. This is that same area, around 6 p.m. This is that 6 p.m. You can see here, that is that 6 p.m. area. Here we have that hourly gap. So if I go to the hourly chart, you'll be able to see this is an hourly gap, and that gap has been marked by the quadrant level. This is the 50%, all of this area. First of all, I would love to show you that a specific leg which has traded here and then fall. So I would love to show you from here to here. You can see this is that discounted, or the 50%. This is that discounted fair value gap. I have another premium fair value gap. I'm sorry, I don't have any premium fair value gap around that area, but I have only this gap which is aligned with the discounted area. Now this market didn't come to the deep discounted area because this low didn't clear that low, right? It is in still not deep discount. It is in discount but not in deep discount. So it doesn't need to come to the deep premium again, or maybe to trade all of this new week opening gap or all of these things. It doesn't need to trade them. It should work with this discounted fair value gap, and then it should fall to clear at least that low, and then we have the sell side liquidity over here. We'll look for that today actually. However, until it is not clearing that low, which is, I'm going to mark a line over here. Just remember this blue line is that low I'm talking about here. Until it is not going to clear that low, it should not come to this deep premium area. So it is a discounted area from hourly chart. Why I'm showing you from the hourly chart, because 15-minute chart is the same thing. If you go for the 15-minute chart from here to here, that's gonna be the same thing. You can go for that if you want. I don't have any problem, but hourly chart was more beautiful to me. Okay, that's why I just showing you the hourly chart. So from 15-minute chart, this is the 15-minute discounted fair value gap, and this is the deep premium fair value gaps. Okay, so it can maximum tap to this gap. I don't have any problem, but this is that discounted gap where this market should work, and then it should fall to clear that low. So this is that low which market failed to clear over here. It fall until this area, retest, I mean reacted from this last fair value gap, and then come back again to this discounted area from the 15-minute chart. So keep that in your mind that it has traded the discounted area from my higher time frame, and I am expecting it is going to take that low. At least that low market is going to take over here. That is my expectation depending on the premium and the discount from the 15-minute chart. And this is the hourly gap that I was looking for over there. Okay, hourly gap. Now I'm in 1-minute chart. This is that same hourly gap has been divided by the quadrant level. So you are not seeing the hourly gap which you have seen here. This gap is not showing here. It's just the quadrant level you are seeing over there. So this is just the quadrant level. So around the 6 p.m. when the market opened, first what it has done. So let's see what it has done. Market actually went higher and came until this 50% of that hourly bearish gap. That gap you are expecting this market is going to trade, and then it will keep falling. Now from 1-minute chart, if you look from here to here, from 1-minute chart, okay, so from there to there, first of all, your higher time frame is telling you that this market will maximum trade this hourly gap, and then it will fall and clear that line, which is the blue line. It is going to do that from your higher time frame. Now you are in 1-minute chart, and from 1-minute chart you have seen that market has came here to here. This is the deep premium area. Just let me remove this for now, and then I'll get it back again. This is the deep premium area. It doesn't need to trade this line. It is around the premium area. Okay, so if you compare from high to low, this is the equilibrium. If this market would work here and then it would start to fall from there, I would say okay, it has traded the equilibrium. I don't have any problem. It went, when it went higher around this area, I'll say it is in premium. It doesn't need to go exactly to this premium gap. It doesn't need to do that. Whenever it will work above the equilibrium level, it's in the premium. Now this leg from 1-minute chart, it is coming from the discounted area. From your higher time frame, it's, you know that it is in the discounted, I mean discounted area, but not the discounted area. But from 1-minute chart, you can see all of this sell side liquidity has been cleared over here. So it is discounted from 1-minute chart. First I have decided that it is coming here, and from the hourly chart it is coming here, and then it will be respected from there, and it will keep falling for that line which is from the hourly chart. And now from 1-minute chart I have find out that okay, so market is now in the deep premium. When it is in deep premium, which is aligned with the hourly bearish gap and respecting the 50% of this hourly bearish fair value gap, 50%, I'm pretty much confident to go for the fall, at least until some kind of bullish fair value gap from my higher time frame, or if I have any kind of sell side liquidity. I would love to look for that. Now if I come here and from the 1-minute chart, I have this inverse gap. I'm not good at inverse gap, so you can look for this inverse gap. So first what I have tried to take the sell from here, okay, from there. Now if this market really doesn't want to fall from the hourly, I'm expecting it is going to fall from here, but it is actually interested to come to this deep premium area from the hourly chart. Okay, if it would love to do that, what is going to happen? This leg, whatever leg it has created, market is going to work with the premium or the maximum equilibrium, and then it will start to go higher. But if the lower time frame come here to this deep discounted area, it means that it is not interested to keep going higher. Instead of that, it is more interested to keep falling. However, there was the 50% which you have seen the from the video, that was the 50% of the daily week 50%. Okay, that was the week 50%. That was actually my target. However, so from the 1-minute chart, if it would love to start to go higher from the equilibrium or this premium area, means hourly expectation is going to be broken and market is coming from the deep premium area, it will keep going higher. So whatever I was thinking that from the hourly chart that market is going to clear that low, which is here, that low market is going to clear, it is not going to happen if the 1-minute chart work with this premium area over here, the premium area or maximum until the equilibrium. If it works like that way, it's not going to happen. So what I'm interested over here, I'm more interested to take a sell from this inverse gap. I'm not good at inverse gap. Remember that I'm not good at inverse gap. Would love to put my stop loss above that high. Going to take a partial around 1:1, which is gonna be here somewhere, which is aligned with the 50% of this range. So even if I'm wrong, I'll take the partial, I'll get stopped out to the break even, and then I will target until this last fair value gap from the 1 minute chart, because if this market really would love to fall, it has to reach until this last fair value gap from the 1 minute chart. So that was my expectation at the beginning. Try to understand all the fact and then hold your trade, hold your question. I will reply you, but before that I have to take my mother's call. Actually, I'll just take 1 minute. Whatever I told you, just try to digest it until then. Amma জি, আচ্ছা আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে বাবা, আমি লাইভে। So if you have any question, just hold the question, and then when I'm done, ask me the question. Okay, I didn't do any greetings or anything because I don't have the time. However, that was my expectation. It will tap here and it'll give me the opportunity. Now what happened? Market started to fall and came here, okay, without giving me the entry. That is the area you have seen. I'm just marking the premium and the discount. Okay, so how did I mark it over there? In that video, Asia session video, please rewatch that video. Everything was predetermined. I was asking like this, exactly like this. I think the 50% of that daily week 50% was here somewhere. I just don't remember exactly where, but remember, most of all, I'm interested that this market is going to take that line. So wherever it is, you can just see it. So that is my expectation. That means it will come to this deep discounted area, and then it will come to this unfinished business, which is still the premium area, but not the deep premium from the daily, from the hourly chart. And after, as well as, this is an unfinished business. Even if you don't look for this inverse gap, this is the last fair value gap. So it will come to this last fair value gap, then it will start to fall, and it will come until that area, react from there, will keep falling. Or if it leaves some kind of liquidity here, after coming here, it will first clear that relatively equal highs, and then it will start to fall again. That was my expectation from here to here, deep premium, and then it will keep falling. If it would love to keep falling, then it will work with the discounted area and then keep falling. Otherwise, it will go higher and it will go for the relatively equalize, or if anything, it left. So my first intention, as I have missed that sell from here until there, okay, so I would go for the partial here and would hold that trade until here. As I missed it, so my expectation is now I would love to mark that leg over here, that to that, and would love to see where is the premium area, where is the premium area. Okay, so you can see this line is aligned with this last fair value gap, so I'm more interested to see it will come to that, around that area, maybe to the low of this gap, or maybe to the 50% of this gap, wherever it is, or maybe go a bit above of this gap. However, it will come here and then it will go for that sell. My first sell is now going to be turned over to a buy first until that area, after clearing the partial around the 50%. It doesn't need to go over here, it doesn't need to do that. It can simply work with the equilibrium and then keep falling. It doesn't have any problem, because your higher time frame is saying that it has already traded the most important level it should trade, the hourly bearish or discounted gap. It doesn't need to reach until over here. So what I will try to do, if I try to find a setup over there, I'll try to take the buy. We'll go 1:1 partial, will put my stop loss to the break even, and then I will let it go if it come over here. If it come over here, then I will start to look for sell again from that area by putting my stop loss over here, and we'll go for that same kind of logic, 50% discount, 1:1 discount, partial, and then we'll hold it. Any kind of buying opportunity from here, I would love to take that buy. Okay, so here you can see market has built a gap, so I tried to take the buy from this gap from here, the video you have seen. Okay, so from here, remember, I don't know that it is coming to this gap, I don't know that, but all I know, if I can take that buy, if my stop loss is 13 handle, I will try to take around 20 handle partial, which is aligned with the equilibrium, and then I will try to hold my trade until this area. So this is two opportunities for me. If it hit my maximum target, that is my new selling opportunity by putting the stop loss above there, and again I will do the same thing, 1:1 partial, because that is going to be around the equilibrium, and then if it keep falling, I'll take that sell. Okay, so this is the thing you have seen, And when I got that setup, you can see here, when I got that setup and market was going higher, going higher, going higher, and finally hit my target over here. I just told that it's my time to cook, so I am going to cook. But you remember how I showed you this? It will fall here, it will come there, and then it will keep falling. Okay, so what is going to happen over here? Would love to see that around this area, and then this market fall until this gap respected that gap, retest this inverse gap or the last gap one more time. Let's be able to see that. Okay, came here one more time and then boom. Okay, so here, then it boom. That was the plan, and the video you have seen over here, this was the exactly the same thing I showed you over there. Open the close tab. This is that same video you have seen over here. That video here. Okay, so I just showed you here to here, market will come there, then it will come here. That is the buy I showed you right now, from here to that inverse gap, and from that inverse gap it will fall again until this week 50% daily week. Okay, that was the daily week 50%. I can just messed up over there to mark that 50%, but my expectation was at least it will come over here. So there is a buying opportunity here. If it gave you the opportunity to take the sell over there, that is going to be your selling opportunity again over there. Okay, and later you can see that was the buy from that same gap, and expecting here, this is the deep premium, deep discount where market already came. This is that deep discounted area, it will come over there and then it will start to fall again. That was the uh, sorry what to say, I mean the setup I showed you around the Asia session yesterday. Okay, and the execution is over here. Just I don't think so it okay, I'm in the replay mode, that's why it's not showing over here. Just a second. That was the execution from the premium and discount. Try to take the buy here, took a partial around 50%. You can see here around 50% took a partial over there and closed the trade to the low of this inverse gap, and later it trade or retest one more time and came to that area I was thinking it will come. Okay, so that was the exact expectation from the what to say, I mean the Asia session. And then I showed you this trade which is over here around here. I would love to go a bit more about this and then we'll close it. So around here, what happened over there? Let's come again to this chart. I'm now talking about here around this area. What is my expectation? Now when this market has cleared, look, this is that low that has been cleared over here, then market went higher a bit, working with the discounted area. Remember, if it work with this discounted area, it can keep falling. I don't have any problem to see that it will trade this discounted gap and then it will keep falling, because from the discounted area it trade the discount area, it will keep falling. That is the rules. So it trade here to this discounted gap. Unfortunately, that was the London session. You know the London session, what is that? Liquidity making session. London session is the liquidity making session. Exactly around 2, market has built relatively equal lows, sent the market higher. This is our London session. Remember, the London session is so beautiful. Okay, in that area you are not going to look for the discount, you are not going to look for the premium, you are not going to look for the anything except liquidity making session. If it is a liquidity making session, you are going to trade. Don't force the market, don't create a new thing. Okay, new thing, some of you just try to create new things. Don't make it complicated, it's very simple. I gave you just two options, either inverse gap or 22 IT model. You find it, go for the trade. You didn't see it, don't take the trade. Simple, very, 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 very clear. So please don't force the market. Don't try to add something over there. Don't make the things complicated. It's not only harmful for you, but also for other people who are going to see your execution. They will start, this is the psychological thinking of the trader. Oh man, he's doing great. And I'm just behind of him because I was not thinking like him. So whatever you are doing, if it is not logical, that is gonna I mean distract other people as well. It's very harmful for the community. So please try to make sure that even if you do something shit, try to keep it by yourself. If you get the profit, keep it by yourself, but without experimenting. Don't share anything. It's a request, please don't do that. However, Now this market came to the very discounted area, right? This is very discounted, below that low. So beautiful. This is the discount, deep discount. Nobody bought below you. If you buy here, there is no one who bought below you. This is the gap, so no need to think about there is another low, because this is a gap, so there is no other low below this low. However, it trade to this deep discounted area. My interest to see that specific leg. So where is the area from here to here? Okay, this is the equilibrium. Again, from the deep discount area I have two gap. Remember, that line is not the deep premium. That line is not the deep premium. The gap aligned with this gap line is the premium area. That is important, not that line. So remember that this equilibrium is not important. The gap aligned with this equilibrium, that is important. So it doesn't even need to trade the equilibrium. It can simply work with the gap or FVG, and then it can be respected. It can simply work with this and then it can be respected. However, when it is coming from the deep discounted area, it should go to the deep premium. It came here, which is the premium area, aligned with these gaps, premium quadrant gaps. Now if it come here to this gap, more beautiful, man, I'm very happy. If it work here, what is it working around this area? Up close body close candles that has traded this 15-minute fair value gap is your order block. Up close body close candles, they are gonna be your order block. Extend to your right, it has traded that order block, however, and then it is started to react. However, would love to go to the hourly chart a bit because it is important for me. From the hourly chart, remember this discounted fair value gap that has traded over here, highest up close body close candle is my order block. Extend it to your right, market has perfectly traded that order block. I'm going to remove this line right now over here. So here, when it came to this deep discounted area from the hourly chart, same logic, from high to the low from the hourly chart. Would love to see, did it go to the deep premium? Did it come to this deep premium area? Okay, I can see it came to this deep premium. I have this order block. I don't need to mark this fair value gap over here because it is more logical to me that it is going to trade that order block. So it has traded that order block. I don't have any problem. It came to the deep premium. Now it should react from there. It should keep falling for the sell side liquidity. That is my expectation. Right now I have this bullish fair value gap from the hourly chart. Okay, so if you see here, that is that bullish fair value gap. If I'm wrong, this market trade the deep premium. Now it would love to keep continue to go higher. It would love to keep continue to go higher. Okay, and the whole logic I have marked over here, that it will come to this discounted area and then it will fall and then it will go for the sell side liquidity. Everything is gonna be collapsed if this leg and the price is going to work with this bullish fair value gap. This bullish gap is important to me. I showed you the same gap from the daily chart yesterday, from the 4-hour chart yesterday, from everywhere. Okay, I showed you the same gap, this gap. This is a very important gap. After clearing the liquidity, this is the first bullish gap, and it came to this deep premium. Trade this gap, it will keep going higher. However, you can see when this candle went below this area, I don't want to see that it is going to work with the deep discounted area to that specific leg. If my bias is bullish, if I want to see it is going higher, if I want to see it is going higher, I don't want to see that it will come over there. However, if it doesn't come here, it means it is bullish. If it come here, that means it is going to work as a reverse gap and this market will keep falling for some kind of sell side liquidity. That should be the expectation. It doesn't mean that it is going to happen 100%. Remember, this is that gap and has been divided by the quadrant level. I'm going to the 15-minute chart now. In 15-minute chart, it has a gap over here. You can see that gap. Finally, the last video I have uploaded. Okay, so this is that gap. I actually marked that high of this gap where I was what I'm expecting. If I ask you guys from that hourly chart, what I'm expecting, I'm not expecting this is gonna hold the market and send it higher again, because I'm more interested to see this sell side liquidity is going to be taken. So my expectation, it is not only going to break this gap, but also it is coming to this deep discounted area, so that later I can use this gap as inverse gap and then this market will react from this gap and it will keep falling. That is my expectation. So from the 15-minute chart, when this candle closed and it started to go higher, I'm watching that gap. Can it work the quadrant level, respect the market and send it lower? Can it do that? I'm just interested to see that. it closed below this hourly gap. Still it didn't come to this deep discounted area because this is the deep discounted fair value gap. There is no other fair value gap. So the thing I told you, that it doesn't need to trade the quadrant level, the lower quadrant level. It can simply trade the gap, but here you can see this lower quadrant level is aligned with this gap. There is no other gap. Just take a look over here. There is no other gap. This is the only gap I have to mark the deep discounted area. However, when this candle closed below this gap, I'm more interested to see it will respect over here and it will come to this deep discounted. So that means later when it will go higher, I don't need to worry about that. I know that it is going higher to take some liquidity. Finally, it is going to fall. I'm coming to 1 minute chart now. Here, this is that 15-minute candle has closed. It went higher, come here, which is from the 15-minute chart. You can see this candle. It came here, trade this area. This is that line. Still, I'm not interested to take the buy. Why? Because it coming from there, from 1 minute chart. What can happen? It will work with this premium gap. It will start to go higher. It can happen. If I have an inverse gap here, I can take a sell over there until the equilibrium to take the partial, and then we'll expect it will come to this deep discounted fair value gap if this market would love to keep falling. However, I didn't have the inverse gap and I'm not good at the inverse gap. How the way you say, I didn't frame the sell setup. What I'm referring to the Asia session, the things I explained to you just a moment ago. Okay, just don't forget about that. That same selling opportunity over here, I'm not interested. Okay, so what should it work? From here to here, deep discount, deep premium, continuation of the fall. Deep discount, deep premium, continuation to the fall. The same thing you have seen in the Asia session, just I have explained. Same example. If I fail to take the sell here, I'll try to take the buy over there. If I try to fail, if I fail to take that buy over there, I'll try to take the sell from there. Here I have no inverse gap, so I can't take the sell from just a random level. I can't do that. On Asia session, I had the inverse gap over there. Now I could go for the buy from this gap from here. As I didn't have the gap, I just didn't look for that buy. Instead of that, I was waiting to see if it can keep falling. When this market started to fall again, come back again here, that was the gap. I tried to take the sell, which is gonna be my target. This low, at least my target, and then until this gap from the hourly chart where I'm expecting this market will fall. So you can see this week actually took that low. Unfortunately, it didn't take my partial or close my trade. So instead of that, it go higher again. Fall. What happened here? Closed below the last fair value gap. Last fair value gap. What should it work? It should not close above the constant encroachment again. Remember, it should not close above the constant encroachment again without clearing or reaching to the deep discounted area. 50% entry, partial, pyramid, partial, close the trade. This gap, what is now, right now, came to this deep discounted. Where should it go? For the relatively equal highs. Come here, discounted fair value gap is gonna be now a last fair value gap. How? Inversed way. Closed above this last gap. Is there anybody that has closed below this constant encroachment? No. Another buying opportunity from there. How long? Until the buy side liquidity over here. Okay, so from there I didn't go for that. However, stop loss below this candle, which has validated as an inverse gap. Target relatively equal highs over here, relatively equal highs, 30 handle, almost 1:2. This is premium and discount you are seeing on this market. However, 2 minutes to go before the market open. Would love to stay over here. Just remember, my target is this sell side liquidity for today. If my bias is wrong, if it started to go higher, I'll do nothing over here. I'm not just going to for the pre-market analysis because everything have been explained yesterday's AM session. If you have any question, you guys can let me know. I'll try to reply you guys. Oh, by the way, Apex has 80% discount. It's back actually. The lifetime activation fees is gonna be $40, and you just need 1 day to pass it. Okay, it's gonna end 24th of November if I'm not wrong, and the code is T2T. T2T. If any of you would love to use that code, I'll be grateful to you guys. Thank you for understanding. So I hope guys you got the understanding of this market. That same premium and discount gap entry was here yesterday. premium and discounted gap from the PM session I showed you around here. Okay, if you remember the same premium and discounted logic over there, that same premium and discounted here, it was not pay, I mean executed, but remember that was our big win, that was our big win. Okay, that same premium and discounted logic over here around this area, everything everywhere you are seeing the same logic again, 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 and again. I'm not requesting you guys to go outside of the session, try to keep it inside the session. But it doesn't mean that you have watched me to do all of these things and when you will open your chart you will get everything. Okay, everything you are, no man, you have to give your time to understand these things. Okay, what I'm learning by 5, 7, 8 years, if you try to learn it by 5, 8, 9 hours, it's not gonna happen. So please make sure that you have given enough time for understanding all of this. However, this is the market open. I would love to see the gap. Okay, so I have a big gap over there. Mhm. Just let me mark a, what can I mark? When here, closed there, trying to make it bold. Okay. So that is the 50% of this opening gap. Let's see if it can reach until this 50% or not. My first, if I were you right now, I would love to look for a buy from this gap. If this candle could make a gap, I would love to try to take a buy from that gap until the 50% over here. Depending on 22 IT model, this is one of the best 22 IT model. If this candle can, okay, it doesn't have any gap, so I don't have any opportunity to take the buy. Market has cleared the sell side liquidity, market structure shift. If there was a gap, that could be a nice buying opportunity over there. As it didn't do that, I don't have any opportunity to take the buy. Guys, please don't miss this Friday live. It's gonna be so fun, and I'm gonna put something over there. Those people who are very lazy, okay, who are very lazy, doesn't want to work all of this shit, so you are very lazy, you need something kind of, how to say this, I mean, brother, I don't want to do hard work, so give me something peculiar. I'm trying to do that in this Friday. Just don't miss that members only live, please. I'm not interested to take sell here. No sell is valid to me. If any of you are interested to take the sell, go for that. I'm not interested to take the sell from this discounted area. I'm not interested to take the sell. If you find any sell because your bias is bearish as well, go for that sell. I'm not interested to take the sell right now. I'm more interested to see if it can go higher, at least until there. Okay, but it's up to you again. Whenever this candle will close before tapping to this line, if it make a fair bell gap, that's my buying opportunity. Without tapping here, if it give me the buying opportunity, but if it keep going higher and tap to this line, that means I don't have any buying opportunity. uh Not, I don't have, I will not go, I'll not go for that buy. So if this candle failed to touch it, I don't know it is going to happen or not. Yeah, man, come on, please don't do that. uh, uh okay. However, if it wouldn't touch it, then I would try to take a buy from here to until this line. But any kind of selling opportunity right now, I'll go for that sell. Any kind of selling opportunity right now, I'll go for that sell. If this market can reverse this gap, that's, I will try to use this gap as a reversed or sell for this sell side liquidity. This low, that low, relatively equal lows. Market has cleared. Okay, it didn't clear this buy side liquidity yet. It would be best if it could clear those buy side liquidity as well. Okay, let the market try to take that buy side liquidity first. What do you say, guys? Yeah, I think from here, that's still a buying opportunity, even though it has traded. So that's a buying opportunity. And don't want to see it will go below this concurrent crossment and until this buy side liquidity over here. Let's see. All I would love to see, it will work with this premium area and it will keep going higher for this buy side liquidity. But to be honest, I want to see if it can reverse this gap to take the sell. That is the best case of scenario, even though it has the buying opportunity, I mean, sorry, buy side liquidity over there. So it didn't work either way. I can't hold the stop loss for this whole gap. I can't do that. So I will see if it can reverse this gap to give me a beautiful selling opportunity. The sell is more beautiful right now for me. If this market would love to go higher, it is not coming below the constant crossment of this leg. It's not coming below the constant crossment or this line. If it comes below this constant crossment, it means it is going to fall again. And that's my idea, to take the sell from this gap. Let's see if it can do that. But either way, this is gonna be huge stop loss. I think so. Yeah, it's gonna be huge stop loss. However, that sell is more valid to me from here to until the sell side liquidity. It's a valid sell for me. I don't know where you will put the stop loss. If I told you the real stop loss, then this is gonna be the stop loss, which I'm not interested to go here. At least I have to cover that candle high, which is not impossible for me. Okay, you guys, if any of you are interested to go for that, you guys can try this over here. This sell is absolutely logical to me, very logical to me. I'm just pretty much confident it is going to work, but I just don't know how far it will trade. Is it going to trade this gap or is it going to fall from this area? I just don't know that. As it is highly volatile, I'm not able to take this trade. If I would love to go for a beautiful trade, then I will wait for an order block here to go for that sell. It will be easier for me to go for that trade. And I will also get the confirmation that I'm actually right about my bias. So sometimes if I see a beautiful setup, still I'm not interested to go for that because of the stop loss. That is a very nice or kind of safety. Okay, so if I would love to trade this trade, for example, I wanted to go for this trade. I took the sell over here and I was thinking that it is not going to trade here. Okay, I would get stopped out here for 37 handle, or maybe I would put it here. I would get stopped out over there. Wherever I'm going to put it, I would get stopped out over here. So at least I have to put it above that candle, which is gonna be like 69 handle. If I'm wrong, what is going to happen? I'm going to take that 70 handle loss. I don't want to take that loss, even if I'm so confident this is going to fall. But still, I don't want to take that risk. If it was like 20 handle, 25 handle, okay, I would go for this sell without any kind of doubt, because I'm still believing this is going to fall. In other words, if I need to take this entry, I would love to wait for the order block. That's a confirmed entry, so I will wait for the order block to go for that trade. Okay, I don't care how beautiful the setup is. I care about the stop loss. If the stop loss is too big, not interested. How confident I am, I don't care about that. Oh man, it's gonna be a winning trade. Why you didn't take that trade? I told you. If I'm wrong, what is going to happen? 70 handle loss. I'm not able to carry that 70 handle loss. I'll better wait for an opportunity where I'll be able to put my stop loss in a very small way by protecting some PDR. That's the best case of scenario for me. I'm going to remove this discount and premium leg because it's gonna be too much leg over here. I'm going to so I'm watching this gap only. Remember what did I say? I told it's a high probability fall. I'm so much confident about that. It doesn't mean I'm going for that trade. Just because the stop loss is gonna be 70 handle. If I'm wrong, what is going to happen? Going to take a loss over there. So what I will do, I'll wait for an order block to go for that trade. If this market can make an order block here, I'll try to take that sell from that order block by putting my stop loss above the order block. Just let me see how much it is going to be. Now 30 handle is acceptable, 34 handle is acceptable. I have the range until here. I'm able to go for that. That is going to cover the min threshold of this consecutive order block. No order block, no trade. If there is no order block, there is no trade for me. Remember, it's not the order block placement area. The order block placement area is above that high, but at least I can cover the min threshold of that order block. So if you go for this consecutive order block min threshold, that's going to be this 50% here. So I'm going to cover that 50% only. I wish that it will take me the entry, but if it doesn't, then it's going to be a bad luck. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. If it doesn't take me, I'm absolutely okay with that. But can't take that huge risk 70 handle. If I'm wrong, I'm not interested to take that huge loss. As it is little volatile, so I'm going to take 10 handle or 15 handle more risk. It's acceptable, but not that much. Remember what did I say? If this market really would love to go higher, it should not come to this discounted area. If it come to this discounted area, then it will work with the discounted area again, maximum until the equilibrium, then it will keep falling. So where I sometimes tell you that if there is an order block and below this order block there is a gap, try to take the entry from this gap depending on that premium and discount. So here to here, this is that equilibrium which is aligned with this gap. So it can maximum trade the gap 50% and then it can start to fall. Unfortunately, I don't think so it's going to give me the entry. Yeah, it's not, it didn't give me the entry. I'm okay with that, but of course, again, whoever would love to go for this trade, you are welcome. I'm not interested to go for this big stop loss trade over here around that area. I'm not able to do that. So I tried to take the order block trade. It didn't give me the entry opportunity. I'm cool with that. We'll still wait to see if it can, before tapping, sorry, not that line, this is not important, my mistake, sorry. Sorry. Should be here. Before tapping here, if it provide me another opportunity, I'll go for that trade. I have already 22 YT model. Market has cleared the buy side liquidity. Market structure shift. This is the gap, which is the breakaway gap, and this is the gap, which is the entry fair value gap. Very small gaps over here. Now we'll switch my entry from there to there, entry gap, covering that high. I should cover that high, can't do that, so we'll put it just above that breakaway gap, just above that breakaway gap. Brother, you are chasing the market. No, I'm not chasing the market. You are trying to take the sell from the discounted area. No, I'm not doing that. All I'm doing, trying to catch that run from depending on 22 YT model by using these two gap. Why this gap was marked over here, I don't remember, okay, to be honest. I don't remember why I have marked that gap. It stopped me out. No worries, I'll try to take the re-entry. It came to this last gap. I'll try to take the re-entry over here. Trade the order block until it is not going above that high. I'll try to take re-entry when it will close below this area. Trade the order block. That was an unfinished business. For the first time it will close below this gap. I'll try to take that sell again. Reacting from this last fair value gap, would love to go for the re-entry over there. I just can't put my stop loss above the candle which has built this last fair value gap. So I had to cover just that last gap. Did cover it, got stopped out. 25 handle will go for the re-entry when it will close below this line. Just below that line, we'll go for the trade re-entry over there. Here, here, and target is there. It doesn't need to retest the re-entry gap, but I have to push the button over here wherever this candle is going to close. I can't do that, so I'll try to take the re-entry. If it take me the re-entry, I'll go for that. Remember, I have to push the button exactly over here. It doesn't need to trade this re-entry gap, but because of the volatility, I'm not interested to push the button over here to take a huge risk. Instead of that, we'll try to take re-entry. It doesn't need to trade this gap again one more time. It's going to fall, that's for sure, but would love to see if it can take me from here. If it do that, I'll go for this trade. If it doesn't, I'll just stop after taking that 25 handle risk. And why I got stopped out here? Because I was not able to cover that candle which has built this last fair value gap. If it was not highly volatile, I would be profitable over here until this line. So unfortunately, it didn't give me the re-entry. And you can see if I would love to take the entry over here, the stop loss would be kind of 46 handle. So I didn't want to take that huge risk over here. Instead of that, tried to wait to see if it could give me the re-entry over there or not. Do I have any other opportunity to take entry? Of course you have. If this candle can close below this gap 50%, remember, but still that's not my important. This is now the new order block depending on 22 YT model. From here, same problem. If I take the entry over here, at least I have to cover the high of this order block. I can't do that. So in that type of situation, I can try to take an entry depending on the equilibrium, which is the 50% mean threshold. So if it can reach until the mean threshold, I'll try to take the entry from the mean threshold of that order block. Can't take the sell here, put the stop loss over there. I can't do that. You can go for that. I don't have any problem. But I can't do that, so I'll try to take the entry from the mean threshold of that order block. Risky, but logical. So let's see if it can provide me the opportunity from the mean threshold. I wish it will give me. If it doesn't, that's just a bad luck. Because of the volatility, I can't just go from the PDR. I have to take the risk over here, maximum risk, and that is what I'm trying to do. Trying to take the entry from the min threshold of that order block. It doesn't need to trade that. It can simply trade the low of that order block, keep falling. It doesn't have any problem with that. But eventually it is going to fall. I'm not thinking that it is going higher. If it wanted to go higher, it will work here around this area, and then it would start to go higher. It would never come to this discounted area. As it is not doing that, I'm not going to get that entry opportunity. So first opportunity from this entry gap, 22 YT model, sorry, not from the entry gap, from the inverse gap, failed to get that entry from the inverse gap, then tried this 22 YT model, got stopped out because of the stop loss, was not able to put my stop loss above that high. Third opportunity, re-entry from there, was not able to do that as well because of the volatility. Fourth opportunity from the order block, was not able to get that entry opportunity because of the volatility. And the final opportunity is gonna be when this candle has closed below this gap. I'm not going to take that, but you can just try. I'm showing you that. Okay, the last opportunity, this one also I'm not going to take because it's gonna be also huge. It should not close above the consonant crossment before tapping to this gap. So the sell is gonna be like this. From here, stop loss there, at least above that candle that has validated this gap as inverse gap, and the a target is gonna be here, which is gonna be, I guess, 1:1 or something like that. I am not able to do that. If I'm wrong, I'm going to get a 57 handle loss. I don't want to take that risk over here, so I'll let this go as well. So this is the last and final opportunity. Body should not close above the 50% of this gap. Keep watching. I'm trying to show you all the setups so that it's gonna be easier for you. Why I'm not getting that entries? Because of the volatility. I repeat, just because of the volatility. I can't go for this type of area to go for the trade. You can see all other YouTubers, they're going to get these trades because they don't care about that loss. The target is always the same here. That should be the first entry opportunity. That is the first entry opportunity. Remember, the second entry opportunity is from this entry fair value gap. That is the second entry opportunity from here by putting your stop loss in the lowest logical level. This is the lowest logical level. Until where? Until this gap. Third entry opportunity is from this order block, from here, and entry is gonna be from that order block. Stop loss is gonna be up this order block. Target is the same, this gap, which is the last fair value gap from the 15-minute chart. And fourth last opportunity is this one. Stop loss here, target is the same logical area, at least the partial over here. Nobody should close above the consonant crossment of this gap before tapping to this line. Whoever is able to go for that, please go for that. I have no problem. I'm just showing you the PDRs over here. Is it respecting or not? It's my concern. As it is highly volatile, I'm not interested to go for this type of trade just because I'm not 100% right. Sometimes I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm going to get a huge loss, and I will never be able to mitigate my loss. Like for example, 70 handle loss, I'm not able to recover that loss. But 25 handle loss, I know that I'll get an opportunity to mitigate my loss at least. But just look over here if the logics are working or not. If I have to go for this trade, my stop loss at least have to be here, just above that gap. Okay, so 19 handle, maybe here 22 handle, something like that. If that wick stopped me out, I'm sorry sir, I got another loss. But at least where is the logical level? Above that candle. Did it came to this area? Of course, sir. From here, whatever I told you, exactly from there, I'm not able to go for that type trade. I tried one time here by believing this last fair value gap, but it didn't work. I had to wait for the re-entry. If this candle could tap here, I could go for that trade again. But as it didn't do that, I just didn't have any opportunity. Is the PDRA worked exactly the way I told you, showing you the premium, discount, everything. Remember, just the market is highly volatile, so I'm not able to take any of this trade. If it was not highly volatile, which one didn't work? Out of this 5 or 6 setup I showed you, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the when this candle has closed, right? This candle has closed. That is the 6th number entry opportunity. You have to just push the button. It doesn't need to trade this line. Which one didn't work? You will get this point when the market is normal, not this type of volatility. All of these entries is in your pocket. Just all of these entries is in your pocket. I know that nobody cares about this because, brother, you didn't take the entry of bullshit. You will say a lot of bullshit. Go other YouTubers and they will show you this type of entries, okay, where their stop loss is gonna be 70 handle, 80 handle, 100 handle, and then they will, if they get stopped out, it's okay. I don't have any problem with that. I'll keep waiting for the opportunity. Thank you, Mahdi, for writing boom, brother. Sophia, thank you so much for wizard saying what is okay, boom. What is your today's P and L? Why is that important for you, brother? Thank you so much for getting. Now, did you understand all of this price action? Was there anything that I didn't explain, or I explained but it didn't work like that way? Is there anything over here? First, when it fall, what did I say? No sell is valid to me. It should go higher. And when I saw this buy sell liquidity left over there, I just told that okay, it can just go one more time. If it work with the premium area, it can go one more time to take that liquidity. But the best case of scenario, when it will be reversed, it is gonna work as a inverse gap and it is going to fall for that gap, which is the last parallel gap from 15-minute chart. Remember, the run is not finished yet until this sell side liquidity from yesterday's explanation. Don't forget about that. Until here, this market is bearish. Until here. Which one you didn't get? The premium, discount, or this last fair value gap, inverse? This there anybody who closed above the consonant crossment? How many times I'm showing you this in live, that how powerful this gap is and how you are using the discount and premium to use this gap, which is from 1 minute chart and the last fair value gap. How many times I have shown this to you? Yesterday, first time it didn't work. Why? You are trying to go against the new week opening gap. Today, are you going against the new week opening gap? No. New week opening gap? No. Yesterday, when it started to work with the new week opening gap, did it work? Perfectly, it has worked. Did it work here? Closed? Did the body closed above this? No. Did it work here? Last fair value gap? Closed. Did it close below this consonant crossment before taking relatively equal highs? No. Here? No. Everywhere you will see the thing I'm showing you, it is working exactly like that way. Still have a lot of lines, so let me actually remove those lines, so it's gonna be a bit clear price action. So for you, lowest down close body close candle, what is that? Any of you can tell me that? 82 from H4. Next liquidity is at 24 for on one. Can we expect prices going there? I don't know where the market is going. I know that market is coming to take this line. That's all I know. It's going to take that low. That is all it is going to do. Absolutely, Sophia. So guys, thank you. Now let me actually go for the from the very higher time frame to explain you the whole things which I didn't do yet. So let me actually finish this as some of you are here. By the way, before that, I would love to request you to give the likes. 160 people are watching. I have just 40 likes. So if I'm not getting at least 80 likes, I'm not going to show you that. I don't care who is thinking what you are thinking. All I care, I'm showing you the perfect price action. If the market is not that much volatile, all of this you are going to get the boom. all of them, you are going to get the boom. I will keep going for that. Like yesterday I went, but today it is extremely volatile. You can see just 1 minute candle is kind of 797 handle, so it's not possible for me to go for that trade, to be honest. Okay, it's not possible for me. However, of course, it's up to you. If you feel good, you can go for that trade. I'm showing you that. Until I'm not, what did you say, Bizaruman? The only one on YouTube who goes on chart every day. Okay, is T2SMC. Okay, okay, you're saying. Thank you so much, Bizaruman. I'm showing you some concepts and then I'm proving that in live. Guys, don't forget about that Apex 80% discount. We have 80% discount and $40 lifetime activation fees. 1 day to pass. Make sure that you have used the code T2T. T2T. It has built the water block but didn't confirm this is the water block, so I don't need to worry about that. However, until I'm not going to get 80 likes at least, I'm not going for furthermore. Sorry, if you will not leave, you can leave. I don't have any problem. But I need the likes. So 156 people are watching. 48 likes, not enough. At least 80 likes. I need that before going furthermore. Or you can go someone else. They will show you better price action. I promise you, brother. I know nothing about this market, but they know a lot. So you'll be able to learn more from them. Please go over there and give them the likes, comments, everything. I'm just happy with my viewers or subscribers. They are here every day. Cheers from France. Thank you, brother. You are so great, brother. I like very the way you explain Jim. Yeah, Julian, just don't waste this opportunity by thinking that it's free. As I'm not selling any course, it doesn't mean the information I'm providing you it's useless. This is the most valuable information I'm sharing with you guys, and I'm going to challenge every single person in this world who are doing the mentorship or the course seller. Even if they're selling the course, they're not going to provide you these gems. Now I would love to start from the beginning, but of course uh, I need the likes first. If I don't get 80 likes, I'm not going to start. Without money, I'm asking likes. So you are paying me likes, I'm paying you the price action. It's very important, which I'm going to explain right now. But before that, I need 80 likes. Either push the like button or leave the live. Do whatever you want to do. You can say I'm begging for the likes. Yes, sir, I'm begging for the likes. I'm absolutely okay with that. Time to smoke. This sell side liquidity is going to be taken, that has been confirmed by yesterday. So I'm going continuation of the yesterday's price action, the thing I showed you, and I told you don't miss yesterday's first half an hour. Hey, motivation, thanks for the donation, man, and for the penguin as well. There's a, I mean, any of you took any of this sale and got the boom. I just need to know, because it's important for me that some of you believed me and you are thinking the same way I was thinking. Any of you. Love your stream from UK. Hey, can you understand my speaking? Uh, Arthur, do you understand my speak? I mean, the English. Is it wrong? I took the sale 130 seconds. No, of course it's not wrong. If you can optimize the 30-second chart, it's awesome. Jaid, okay, so you are not my actually the member, so you actually didn't see what I talked about the 15-second and 30-second chart. But it absolutely okay, brother. Absolutely okay. But if you have just have to have an idea, okay, what you are doing, so make sure that. 2,903 accounts. Did you take the partial? Did you take the partial? If you are holding, did you take the partial? That's my question. Yes, I took the sell. Okay, Sophia, did you get the profit, or you got a stripped out, sister? Okay, and now I got the 88 likes. Thank you so much, guys. I would love to continue from yesterday's price action. Would love to start from the weekly chart. Listen to me very carefully because it's very important. I'm going to continuation. Okay, it's gonna be the continuation of yesterday's price action. Weekly chart, until the market is not going to close above this weekly new week opening gap, it is bearish. For how long? This sell side liquidity, that sell side liquidity. So my weekly bias is bearish. It doesn't mean that it is going to take that sell side liquidity by today or by this week or by next week. It doesn't mean that. But overall, I'm thinking this is coming for this sell side liquidities. More importantly, to this bullish fair value gap. It can take 1 month, it can take 2 months, it can take 1 year. I don't care. But overall, it is not going to make all-time high again until it is not going to close from the weekly chart above this gap. It's not gonna make the all-time high again. Instead of that, it will keep falling for those liquidities. Remember that yesterday I was bearish. Now in daily chart. In daily chart, I showed you this gap should not be broken. Not yesterday, long ago. When this gap has been built, market came here. I clearly told that if it come here, it means it is going to make another all-time high. I'm not expecting it is going to come here. At the same time, this is that same new week opening gap. I don't want to see the body is going to close above this new week opening gap. If it close over here, I will start to think that the weekly candle is going to close above this, above that new week opening gap. Not even a single body has closed above this line. Don't look at that after this candle. So after that candle here, not even a single body has closed above that high. So it is holding the market. If it fails to come here, which is that gap, it means market is going to make another all-time high. How do I know that? Premium and discount, not going over there. Yesterday I showed this to you. However, if it failed to come to this gap, which should be a breakaway gap, it will keep falling and take that relatively equal lows, at least over here, that relatively equal lows inside this new week opening gap. And eventually I'm expecting this gap is going to be filled 100%. So what is my target for today? This sell side liquidity. It was not my target yesterday. Remember that. It was not my yesterday's target. What was my yesterday's target? I will show you that right now. This is that week, that was the lower quadrant. I have this bullish fair value gap. If you remember, I just removed it from my chart. That was that bullish fair value gap, last fair value gap. What did I tell you yesterday? Just tell me that. What did I tell you yesterday? I want to see this candle is going to close both below of this gap as well as below of this upper quadrant. It can be respected from this concurrent crossment or the lower quadrant. I don't have any problem. But body has to close below this upper quadrant level as well as below this gap. Remember yesterday? Where the body has closed yesterday? Below this upper quadrant as well as below that last fair value gap. However, that was that inverse gap. I explained you why this gap is too much important. Respected this line, fall here, respected lower quadrant, closed over there. Today's market open, went a bit higher, started to fall. Where it is going for? That relatively equal lows over here. Until it is not cleared, I'm extremely bearish. I'm not interested to look for any kind of buying opportunity. I will keep waiting for the selling opportunity for this relatively equal lows from the daily chart. Now from 4-hour chart, what did I tell you yesterday or showed you yesterday? It's not from yesterday. It's from after that candle. It was from last Friday. So this gap I have marked over here last Friday when the price was working. That was that gap which is a discounted fair value gap. It's a premium fair value gap. This market doesn't have the power to come over here. If it comes here, it means this market is going to take that buy side liquidity. That means it is going to trade that daily fair value gap that I wanted to see. It is not coming to that gap. If it come to that gap, it means it is going to make a new all-time high. But see how I'm connecting the dots over here. As well as this is the new week opening gap. I showed you this new week opening gap and told you that until this market is below this area, I'm watching this gap as a resistance. Same like that, this gap from the weekly chart. If the body close above this gap, market is going to make all-time high. Same from here, that gap. If the body close above this high, it means it is coming here. It means it is coming here. It means it is coming to the all-time high. Respected from both discounted fair value gap, new week opening gap, closed below this hourly 4-hour gap. Remember that specific gap. I would love to see market will close below this, trade this, and it will fall, keep falling. as well as it has a bearish gap over here that has been traded around this area. Market failed to trade that inverse gap. Do I care about that? No. The more discounted area it will be traded, the beautiful it is for me to think about the fall for the sell side liquidity. Yesterday I also showed you that week, sorry, the 50% of that week, which is aligned with the 15-minute last fair value cap and the entry fair value cap. If you remember, that was my target for yesterday, not this sell side liquidity. That last fair value cap, which is aligned with the 4-hour week consequent crossment as well as the daily week consequent crossment. Both of this area was my target for yesterday. Coming to 15-minute chart. Okay, so this is that area where I was talking about. Sorry, not that area. I think it was here. It was here. Okay, so that area, that is that week 50% from 4-hour chart. That is the week 50% from the daily week. 4-hour week 50%, daily week 50%. This gap, that gap was my target for yesterday. Very specific target yesterday. Market came, where did it came? Last fair value gap from 15-minute chart. The power of the last fair value gap. Came to this last fair value gap, rejected from there, sent the market higher and closed around here. That was our target from yesterday. I clearly told that before closing the PM session, I'm not interested to look for any kind of sell anymore. I'm more interested to look for a buy. There was a buy side liquidity from 1-minute chart, if you remember. I'm more interested to look for that buying opportunity. There was a gap I showed you, but for the first time it was a fake breakout and maybe you would get stopped out at the beginning. However, it come here and then all of this price action came here, where it is going for that sell side liquidity. Until it is not going to be cleared, I'm not interested to look for any kind of buying opportunity. In 1-minute chart, I will wait here. Anytime it will go higher, for example, this market would love to go higher. Think like that way. It is interested to go higher. How should it go higher? Mark premium and discount. That is the maximum line this market can fall. It will come here. Let's mark it so that you can understand. I'm not going to take the entry because it's going to be highly volatile. To be honest, I'm not interested to do that. This is two type of scenario. First of all, it will come here and then it will go higher, or it will close below this. It is as a inverse gap to fall for this sell side liquidity. That sell side liquidity. Okay, which one is going to happen? If my bias is bullish, I'll try to take the buy from here. Of course not. I need the confirmation. It will trade this. The lowest down close body close candle is gonna be the order block. I'll try to take the buy from that order block. In other word, if it would love to see this candle, that's my sell already. From there, just from that candle, I'm already in a sell. Here, stop loss, it should be a bit higher because I can just simply put it here or maybe above that area and I can see a no wick candle. So maybe it will a bit higher over here. Okay, target this sell side liquidity. I'm already in the sell. Why it came until that area? Let's go to the 15-minute chart one more time. The thing I showed you, don't get confused. This is the sell side liquidity. See this sell side liquidity? Above this sell side liquidity, can you please tell me, is there any other gap which is the last fair value gap instead of this gap? Is there any other gap that is intact? No, only this gap. So I'm going to mark the 50% of this gap, going to go on my right. Which body has closed above the 50% of this gap? Which body has closed over there? I don't see anybody has closed yet. Okay, so you have proved your point again. Yes sir, I have proved my point again. Came here and then we'd love to see if it can fall. Remember, this gap I'm going to use, it's not that gap and this gap are not the same gap. It's not the same gap. It's the gap is the most important gap that will market should hold it and send it higher. So if it failed to hold and send it higher, I will prefer this market to fall. But before falling, it can come to this deep premium area one more time. Of course, it can do that. That's why I'm saying that I'm not able to take this any kind of trade as it is going to be huge stop loss. I'm not interested to go for any kind of trade around this area. I'll just let this go as it is highly volatile yet. I will wait for this market to build a beautiful things over here. with my logical stop loss, and if I get that, I'll go for that trade. Otherwise, not going to frame any trade. I'll tell you if it provide anything over there like that way, and I'll show you that high probable stop loss and low probable stop loss and the entry point, everything I'll tell you. Just wait. Where did it came? Deep discounted. What does it mean? I'm falling, brother. Don't worry about me. I'm going higher to trade the deep premium again, maybe a bit above this area, but I'm going to fall again. I'm not keep going higher. I will be back to take that sell side liquidity. I'm coming back. Jaid, stop out, boom. Congratulations, brother. Entry 7 on 5, exit 483. How much is that, brother? How many handles? Can you please tell me how many handles? Can I take the buy here? 100% no. But this market is going higher. Then go for the buy. I don't have any problem. But don't go for that buy. Wait to see if it is at the cut through the candle. That means I can cut this to candle, and then I will wait for this candle to close below this gap one more time. Then I can use the constant encroachment of this gap to put my stop loss. I'll show you that. I'll show you that. Another good selling opportunity would be 1 minute inverse gap inside 5 or 15-minute bullish fair value gap. Okay, that's cool, brother. Suzivan, good morning, brother. The first time this body is going to close below this gap. That's a that's kind of a best selling opportunity, and you will expect not even a single body is going to close above the constant encroachment of this gap, because this gap is now important by using this area which I called it a trap fair value gap. This is my trap fair value gap. Not even a single body should close above the constant encroachment after closing below this gap. This is my opportunity to go for the sell. It will close here, there, stop loss is going to be here, and target is going to be this sell side liquidity, more importantly until the 50% of this new week opening gap. Sometimes what happens, we did the damage, so if you can cover the 50% of this bearish gap, that is the best case. The best case of scenario to put the stop loss here, just covering that gap 50%, that is the best case of scenario. And the lowest case of scenario, the stop loss should be here from the low of this area. It is called the trap fair value gap. I have taught you this trap fair value gap in a very nice way. So this is a low probability stop loss. This is a high probability stop loss around in this area. High probability stop loss. That means there is 90% possibility you're not going to get stopped out over here. But there is some possibility you will get stopped out over here. However, we'll see, okay? Now it's an high probability, but at the beginning it was not high probability, because you have to cover that high, at least that high you have to cover that. It's not the last gap like this gap, which is from the 15-minute chart. When it came to this discount, it means I'm coming back again. Don't fall into this trap. It's a trap. When I'm showing you this candle, it's a trap, brother. Don't fall into that trap to take the buy. Wait for selling opportunity over here. If you took the sell here, put your stop loss above there, you're safe. No need to worry about anything else. But if you didn't take this trade because the stop loss is too big for me, then wait for me to come back again over here. Remember, this is low probable stop loss, this is high probable stop loss. That means there is like 90% possibility you're not going to get stopped out, but here is a possibility, some possibility you'll get stopped out. But still, I'd love to go for that. I'd love to see if it works like from there or not, and we'll go for that trade actually. uh, so just take a small sell, okay, by putting the stop loss over here, target profit here, okay, and we'll try to take a partial over there. It's a high probable selling opportunity, but at the same time I'm saying you, where is your high probable stop loss, where is your low probable stop loss. It is risky over here. So let's say how much handle can you take. So if I take a 24 handle stop loss, where should be my partial according to the rules? Where should be my partial, guys? Can you, any of you can tell me that if I took that entry and my stop loss is 24 handle, what should be my partial? Who can tell me that? Please tell me. Anybody can tell me that. What should be my partial level? Absolutely. Thank you, sis. So let's put it around 24. Okay. So let's see it works or not. I just told you which is high probable stop loss, which is low probable stop loss. It's your job where you are going to put your stop loss. I would love to take that risk because I believe that it should not come to this premium gap. That is the premium gap. It should not come to this premium gap. It should work with the constant crossment or the discounted area, and it should keep falling. I believe like that way. So I put my stop loss over here just by one tick, covering that one tick, just by one tick. Okay, so it will just tap to this gap, and then it will fall. See, if I get stopped out, I'm okay, absolutely okay with that. I got stopped out here. Okay, so the high probability stop loss is gonna be there. If it doesn't work, that means it didn't work over here. Brother, this time the market didn't work. So what is that? Why it didn't work? It just didn't work, brother. How can I give you that reply? It just didn't work. It should not work like that way. It worked like that way. It didn't work over here. I was so confident about that. It didn't work. So I'm happy because logical way I should not get stopped out over here. I got stopped out over there. Okay, I'm absolutely okay with that. Market didn't work. What does it mean? It is going higher now. Now, can I take the buy? No, I'm not interested to take the buy. Why? Because my bias is still bearish. I will see if this market went higher a bit, then give me another selling opportunity. I'll just wait for that to take the sell again. But according to the logic, what should I do now? To go for the buy. Because it should not come to this premium, it came to this premium. That means it is going much more higher. How far? I don't know. Let me see from 50-minute chart if I have anything over there. Okay, I have this 50-minute bearish gap. So would love to see if it will work with the quadrant level of this 15-minute bearish gap before giving me another selling opportunity. Let's wait. I was up 80 points on short, but had a TP at the low which we missed. Did you take the partial, brother? After 80 points, did you take the partial? Only you had one MNQ, so no. No, in that type of situation, you can't just hold your trade. If you have one MNQ, for example, you took one MNQ or MNQ, sorry, MNQ or NQ, whatever it is. Your stop loss was 55 handle, for example, and your target is this sell side liquidity. You are holding your target here, but you are in one MNQ. Just remember, you are in one MNQ. Your trade is gonna be until here. 1:1, close the trade. You will close your trade at the partial level. If you have one MNQ or one NQ, whatever it is, if you have one, you have to close the trade around 1:1. If it is less than 20 handle, you can hold it until 20 handle. Okay, that's the maximum. What did I say? When it came to this premium, now it's time to go for the up. How far? I just don't know that. But it's time to go for up. So if I don't know how far it is going higher, I'm not interested to take the buy. Instead of that, I will wait for a selling opportunity. If I can see it is working with this discounted fair value cap, it should work with this discounted fair value cap. When it failed to clear that sell side liquidity, it should come here. It should not go to the deep premium area. and then provide me any selling opportunity again, I'll go for that sell again. Now, can I take a sell from here? No, you can't do that. Listen very carefully, okay? Look at this leg. This is the equilibrium. That is the gap aligned with the equilibrium. What can happen? It can tap to this equilibrium. It will keep going higher. This is a high probability. It can start to keep going higher. If my bias was bullish, I would wait for a order block to take the buy. If it fall and come to this discounted area, that's your selling opportunity again for the sell side liquidity. Until it is not coming to this discount. Are you listening to me? Please listen to me very carefully. If and only if it come to this discounted area, then the sell is valid. Any kind of sell from here is gambling. You don't know that is it going higher again for much more premium area, or is it going to fall now? You have no idea. If you push the button here, it's kind of your expectation it is going to fall right now. That is why you are framing, you are taking any sell from there. So don't do that. But brother, this is the order block which has used this 15-minute bearish fair value gap. So I'm trying to use this order block to take the sell. What is the state of delivery? Sell side, right? From 15-minute side, it's a sell side delivery. How can you frame a sell order block over here? What state of delivery you are going to change over there? Which is important for you? I don't see any change in state of delivery over here because it's not changing any state of delivery. It's sell, it is making the sell, sell, okay, it is making the sell again. So it's not changing anything. You can't take the sell over here. Those people who are still in confusion, what is premium and discount, this is a great example for you. Look over here, until it is not coming for this deep discounted area, which is here a very small gap, see, a very small gap. Until it is not coming to this gap, there is no sell valid. It can start to go higher now by working with this premium gap or maximum until the equilibrium. It can start to go higher again if my bias was bullish, or if I have seen that there is a buy side liquidity around here. See this lowest down close body close candle, it's gonna be my order block. I'm going to take the buy from that order block. Unfortunately, I don't have any buy side liquidity, so I'll not take the buy. Instead of that, I'll keep waiting for the selling opportunity depending on that same premium and discount. Keep watching. Any kind of selling here is a low probable sell right now. But of course, if you find any selling opportunity, go for that, guys. Please don't give me a shit. Go for the sell if you find the selling opportunity. I don't want to take any blame from you guys. I'm just trying to show you the logic. If you can see the logic, go for that logic. This is gonna be live example of your premium and discount. What is missing over here? Just the buy side liquidity. If I had the buy side liquidity, I would start to go for the buy over here without any kind of confusion. I would start to go for the buy from this order block. As I don't have the buy side liquidity and my bias is not bullish, I'm not going for the buy. I will wait for the selling opportunity. So if it provide me the sell, I'll go for that sell. But until it is not going to confirm that I'm going to fall, I'm not going to take any trade. What is the confirmation, brother? It has to come to the discounted area. Always try to avoid this type of highly volatile market, because where you are not able to put your stop loss, it's very difficult, okay, to trade. Oh man, it's going to fall. Take the sell and then either regret or enjoy your boom. I'm not seeing any sell yet. And please remember, my bias is not bullish, so I'm not interested to take any buy, as if this market is going to close below this candle, I guess, so it's not gonna be the order block anymore. Before taking any sell, I need to confirm that this market came to this discounted area. Remember, it can maximum work with the equilibrium, and then it can start to go higher again. Whoever would love to go for the sell here, please go for that. No, it's not valid, brother. First, you need the confirmation this is going to fall. When you got the confirmation, then you can go for the trade. Think like that, I have buy side liquidity. Just think like that way, I have the buy side liquidity. This candle high is the order block. This is the lowest down close body close candle that has traded this fair value gap. This candle has validated this order block as a bullish order block. I would love to take the buy from here, because this market is working with the premium. It didn't even come to this discounted area, so it is working with the premium. If I had a buy side liquidity, that is my buying opportunity from this order block. Just for the sake of this conversation, I'm showing you it's not a buying opportunity. My bias is not bullish. Stop loss is gonna be 2 tick below that order block, just 2 tick below that order block, and the target is wherever the buy side liquidity. As I don't have the buy side liquidity, I'm not bullish. I'm not interested to take the buy. I'm not framing any buying opportunity. Instead of that, I'm waiting to see if it can fall for this line. So if it fall from this line, then I will try to take sell again from this discounted area. So you will see that, you will be able to see that. Still, why did it working? Equilibrium. Still, it is not confirming that I'm falling. No need to take any trade over here. Whoever has the still confusion of the premium and discount, it's gonna be absolutely clear by this example. You will be able to see exactly what you should wait for depending on that premium and discount. So here, when I got stopped out over here, I'll go for the re-entry from that order block again. If I had the buy side liquidity, for the first time I got stopped out, I don't care. Still, I have the order block opportunity. Still, I'll go for that order block buying opportunity from that candle to take the buy if I had the buy side liquidity, if my bias was bullish. Now this is for the Jaid. If you see any buy side liquidity from 30-second chart here around this area, I think you have some buy side liquidity here. I'm not sure about that. From 30-second chart, you can think about a buying opportunity from here for this buy side liquidity. From 30-second chart, if you have found a beautiful buy setup over there. I'm not sure about that, if it is a buy side liquidity or not, relatively equal highs or not. If it is the relatively equal highs, then otherwise don't go for this trade, because it is against the bias, so you should not go for that. But if you see something very good, very beautiful, then you can try the buy setup if you have any setup from 30-second chart over here. Not the order block like 22 IT model or something like that from 30-second chart. Otherwise, just wait for the selling opportunity. So whenever it will go higher, you'll try to take the sell. That is the best case of scenario. Still there is no sell. Let him fall first. A bit more. It will tap to this gap. Any kind of fair value gap, it is going to happen. What you are going to do? You are going to mark that specific leg. So from here to here when it will fall, and then equilibrium that should be covered by your stop loss, or just above that area, okay, maybe above that line. So there is a gap. For example, the gap is here somewhere. You are going to take the sell from, for example, this is the gap, and stop loss is gonna be here covering the equilibrium, going for that sell side liquidity. This is how you are going to frame. If there is another gap here, you will try to take the sell from that gap, and you will cover this gap which is around the equilibrium, and then you will go for the trade. Where did it came to this deep discounted area? It should not come to this deep discounted area if it wanted to go higher. As it came to this deep discounted area, this sell side liquidity, not the sell side liquidity, the low is here. That is more, I mean, market is going to take that sell side liquidity. It's 90% confirmed that market is going to take that low. Then below this low, that low, and finally this sell side liquidity. Just keep watching. Now it is confirmed I'm going to fall. Your opportunity to take sell from here, you will count the candle, maximum 5 candle, or if there is another gap. So where I'm going to take the sell? In the deep discounted area. Okay. So for example, there is a gap. If there is a gap, that's gonna be my selling opportunity over here. At the same time, this is the gap, which is the last fair value gap, should work as an inverse gap, right? Nobody should close above the constant encroachment of this gap. All you have to cover the high of the candle that has built this gap as an inverse gap. High probable selling opportunity from here. Just the cover high of this candle of that gap from the low of this gap until where? Partial target. Partial here, because it can start to reverse from there, and the target is here, or maybe until the 50% of this new week opening gap. The 50% is 365.00, 365.00 until 365.00, until here, around there. Okay, so whatever you do, either use this gap or use that gap over here from the entry gap or the lower gap, discounted gap. Look over here. So this is the low. Sorry. Now watch the premium and discount. How far this can maximum go until this equilibrium. The more it will work with this gap, the beautiful it is going to fall. If it work with this gap, that is the beautiful case of scenario. Even if it failed to come to this equilibrium maximum, how far this can go until this equilibrium. At the same time, I have this gap. What should you expect? Nobody is going to close above this gap 50%. However, it is now going to fall for this sell side liquidity. So what type of entries do you have opportunity? Either take the sell from here to this discounted gap, or take the sell from this gap by expecting nobody is going to close above the constant encroachment of this gap. This is the two type of entry opportunities you have right now. So either you will take that entry from here, or you will take the entry from that candle which has traded this gap. Any of them is valid over here. Both of the cases, all you have to cover that equilibrium area. That is the maximum line this market can maximum go. So wick can reach until that area before falling. So if you use the entry here from that gap, you have to cover that candle high. Just that, sorry, this candle high. You have to cover that candle high. If you love to take the entry from this gap, from the entry gap, so kind of this area, okay? In that type of scenario, you have to just cover the equilibrium. Both of the case, the covering equilibrium is the high probability, and this is the high probability if you can cover the equilibrium area, because it can maximum go until that area, equilibrium. In my opinion, it should be safe over here. It should not come to this deep premium. So not the deep premium, but kind of premium area. It should not go over there. Okay, so it should be okay over here. When it will close above the constant encroachment, that's a low probability. That means whenever you will get an opportunity, you will move your stop loss. How I am going to move the stop loss? Let me show you that as well. I'm just showing you the entry from this gap, okay, from that gap, not from this gap. I'm just trying to explain this gap over here. Whenever you see the body will close above this gap, concurrent crossment, for the first time it will close below this candle, which is going to be an order block. It will close below this gap. You will move your stop loss to the top of this gap. Sorry, to the top of this candle, just because as it's closed above this area, concurrent crossment, it's a sign that I'm more interested to trade the equilibrium. So if it would love to trade the equilibrium, then maybe you will have an opportunity to get stopped out. First it needs to confirm that there is an order block. I can simply move my stop loss over here. Otherwise, if you see it has closed over here, you have to cover that premium fair value gap. You have to move your stop loss over there. Unfortunately, that is the option you have over here. However, this is how you will work. I will keep the stop loss over here actually, without moving it above the gap. Would love to keep it over here. I am doing it, but it doesn't mean you will do that. If you see body close above this gap, it means it has a possibility to trade the equilibrium, not the deep premium area. It should not come over here until the equilibrium. It can simply trade this equilibrium, then it can keep falling. Depending on your stop loss, if you see the stop loss is not huge, then you can just cover that gap by thinking that, oh, okay, so it's give me the sign I'm coming back again to this equilibrium, so I'm going to cover over here. As you can see, it's 36 handle. I'm not interested to make it bigger. Instead of that, I will always try to make it smaller. In that type of situation, if I can move it smaller, I'll do that, and got stopped out maybe in the smaller losses, we'll try to take re-entry. I will do that. Okay, so here I'll just first wait to see if it can build the order block to move my stop loss. Sometimes this type of fake breakout happens, which I'm still don't know how I'm going to cover them, but I have no idea how far it can maximum go until the equilibrium. So maybe I got stopped out over here, and then I'll try to take re-entry over here. So I'm going to show you the gap which it has traded around this area. It should not come to this deep premium area around here. It should not come over here. However, after this trade is done, I will actually show you something else which I forgot actually. Why it is not working, I will tell that after this trade is done. Either way, if it go higher or fall, I will remind you because I forgot to mention that. I'm so sorry about that, but after it is done, I'll tell you what was wrong we are doing over here, why it was not respecting the way we are trying to use it. Anyone can tell me that. What was the thing we are trying to do wrong over here? No, brother, it's not possible. It should keep falling. Without clearing this low, it should not go higher. At least this low. I don't know about that low, but this should be taken. It has to be taken. It can maximum work with this equilibrium. So for example, I got stopped out here. I'll take re-entry from this order block. So now this is the order block around this area. So one single body will close below this order block. I'll take re-entry over there if it can build the order block. So without clearing at least this low, it can't go higher to this deep premium area. But of course, I will tell you why it was not working the way we are expecting it is going to work. I'll tell you that. In the meantime, if any of you can tell me why it is a low probability, I'll be very grateful, because those people who are with me for so long, you guys know that very well, which I missed, but you should not miss. Brother, it's not range bound. Don't make it complicated for other people, okay? If you think it's a range bound, don't go for the trade. It's your job, brother. Here I am not even able to cover this gap, or that candle has built this gap because of the volatility. So see this candle tap to this order block, that is my resell from there, from that order block, resell with so much confidence this is going to fall. Will cover until the 50% of this candle, which is the order block mean threshold. Where should I cover the sorry, the high of this candle was not able to do that, so we'll cover just the 50% on the mean threshold of that candle of that order block. So last opportunity to see if it works from here. If it was not highly volatile, the stop loss would be there, which is 58 handle. I'm not able to do that, so we'll put it just covering the 50% or the mean threshold of that order block to see if it can fall. If it doesn't work, that means I'm done. I'm not able to put the stop loss over here, as I know that stop loss has to be here. I can't do that. So I'll try to take the risk here with the 50% of that mean threshold by believing that it's not going to stop me out. Even if it go, maybe I will get the tick by tick. Sometimes we will did the damage and then it will keep falling. However, it is what it is. But you will see the logic, the order block, the equilibrium, and the fall for at least that low. Remember that. Don't get confused by the chat. Please don't get the confusion. I'm showing you the beautiful premium and discount as not an hindsight. It's an kind of live market. I showed you the premium. It has to come to this gap. When it will come to this gap, how it should work from that area to until at least this low, and then finally that low, and more importantly until the equilibrium. It's not the consolidation, it's not something else. You are seeing this as a consolidation because it is highly volatile. You are not able to put your stop loss, I mean, where is the most safest area? You are not able to do that. That's why it seems like consolidation. Okay, it seems like consolidation just because of that. Otherwise, it's not the consolidation. It is very precise, very beautiful. It is working. Every single level, it is working very precisely. Just keep watching. Don't get confused by the chat. Okay, please, it's a request. Order block. Mean threshold of this order block should keep falling to take this low. I am just not sure about that low, but this low is obvious. When it came to this discounted area, it should never come to this premium area. It can maximum work with this equilibrium over here, that line, maximum until that line. So here you can see it has worked with this equilibrium, traded this gap, now it is falling. Keep watching. What did I say? Without clearing that low, it should not come that line over here, around here, not that line. I don't have any fair value gap here actually. Unfortunately, I don't have any fair value gap, to be honest, here. So I have to just use that 15-minute gap to think that this is the premium area, as I don't have any fair value gap from 1 minute chart. This is the gap which is aligned with this line. This market, without clearing this line, it can't come here. It should not come over here. Even this is the very live market. You are seeing this all chop because the volatility is huge here. If the volatility was not huge, you will never see this as a chop. At the same time, any of you can tell me that why all of this chop is happening over here? Any of you can tell me that? There is a specific reason why this chop are like this type of resistance is happening over there. There is a very specific logic. I showed you this yesterday as well. I'm showing it to you today as well. Remember yesterday I showed you that it is going to fall, but how many times it is going to be respected, I don't know, because there is a logic. No time distortion, brother. No time distortion. What just I told, remember that line. Without clearing this low, that low, this market can't come here around that area or above this equilibrium. One more time, I mean, just like kind of it will keep going higher. No, it is not possible. Maximum this area, one candle, two candle is acceptable. No problem with that. It has to fall and take that low. I think there is a very small gap as well here. No, not tomorrow's CPI. Waiting for hourly macro, not for that. Long will small body, not for that. Any of you try, keep trying. When I'll tell you, you will always get it. But right now, somebody, please try why all of this thing is happening. When I will tell you, you will see that exactly that is why. But right now, I need to know from you first, then I will tell you. It's on your 15. No. Oh man, come on. Oh, oh man, finally, finally, someone. Thank you, Julian. Thank you so much, brother. This candle close, this candle open. Coming to 1 minute chat one more time. It is going to fall for sure, but why all of this thing is happening over here? New week opening gap low, new week opening gap high, upper quadrant 50%, lower quadrant. I'm trying to take a sell above the upper quadrant level of the new week opening gap. This is the upper quadrant. This is the high of the new week opening gap. This is the 50% of this new week opening gap. This is the low of this new week opening gap. It is respecting the upper quadrant. All of this resistance is happening because of this upper quadrant of the new week opening gap. This is the only reason it is giving a lot of resistance over there. Just because of that. If it was a free fall, I didn't need to wait this much to prove you guys my point over here. I wouldn't need to wait for that. What did I tell you? Remember, without clearing this low, this market can never reach until that area. Even if it give me lot of resistance over here, where from where to the top of this new week opening gap high or the upper quadrant of this new week opening gap. See this line? It is respecting over here from the 15-minute chart. So many resistance over here. That's why it is struggling to break. When a 15-minute candle will close below this line, the next line is this concurrent crossment. Until then, it's a free fall from here to here. Even you will see a lot of resistance over there from uh, upper quadrant to the until the 50%. All of this resistance, see why it is happening from the upper quadrant of the new week opening gap. This whole box is a new week opening gap. Unfortunately, it was not marked on my 1 minute chart, and I forgot about that 1 minute. I mean, sorry, this 15-minute chart. To be honest, I forgot about that. But still, I'm trying to show you the premium and discount here to here. This is the premium. You should not go for the trade from here. No trade is valid from there. When it come here, this is your opportunity to go for the sell from the discounted fair value gap by covering this equilibrium. If there is a gap around the equilibrium, what should be your stop loss? Above that candle of that equilibrium, order block, mark the order block, mean threshold, sell side liquidity, sorry, the low and the sell side liquidity. Ah, brother, you are wrong. It didn't take that low yet. Unfortunately. If it was a low volatility, how many times I would get stopped out over here? If it would be a low volatile area. Brother, it is going higher now. Okay, let's see. See this mean threshold retest, it should not do that. When I'm in a free fall area, not in this type of resistance area, it will never come back again to this mean threshold again. For example, I was in this trade and I put my stop loss above that order block just for the sake of this conversation. When I have seen this candle, I will cover just that mean threshold by believing that this market will never come back again to this mean threshold. And then it will go higher, stop me out. Why? The upper quadrant is still holding the market. Just because of that, I'll get stopped out over there. So you will, for example, I was in this trade and you have seen I got stopped out over here. But I know that I should not get stopped out. Why did I get stopped out? because it is still holding the market. The constant encroachment, sorry, upper quadrant of the new week opening gap is holding the market. It doesn't mean that I'm now bullish. I'm now bullish. No, until this is not cleared, it can't come here. I keep saying you guys, maybe my trailing stop loss will stop me out because of this high resistance fall. But according to the logics, you should not get stopped out without clearing that low. It can, of course, it can stop you out. There is nothing wrong if it stopped you out because nothing is 100%. But according to the logic, you have to believe the system over here. You have to believe the price action over here. Why this is not working? This should work every time, right? Why it is not working? Same problem I showed you yesterday. I'm going against the new. Now here, if I would look for a buy, for example, my bias is bullish. That is a good area to look for a buy above the constant encroachment of the new week opening gap. It's good to look for a buy. Below the constant encroachment of the new week opening gap, no buy is valid. Above the constant encroachment, it is always good to take a buy. But when you are trying to take the sell is highly volatile. I mean, sorry, highly important when the stop loss is below. Sorry, you are trying to take the sell below the new week opening gap. Above the new week opening gap constant encroachment, buying is risky. Below the new week opening gap, sell is risky. Sorry, below the new week opening gaps, buy is risky. Above the new week opening gap, sell is risky. It is always risky. One body has closed above the min threshold. The next body has to close below the min threshold. It came back again to trade this equilibrium. Very bad sign over here. That means it is still holding the market. The upper quadrant of this new week opening gap is still holding the market. I don't like this shit at all. Just because of this new week opening gap high, all of this consolidation is happening over here. All of this price action is happening over there. If it was not over there, it would be a free fall. The fall you have seen before. So when it was happening over here, I should have understood that why it is working like that way. It should work from there, but it didn't work just because it came to this upper quadrant of this new week opening gap high. Those people who are waiting for me to prove me wrong, hold on and try to learn from me, please. Don't waste your time to prove me wrong, because if you can prove me wrong, you are not getting anything from here. But if you, instead of that, focus on the thing I'm explaining, you'll be benefited over here. What is this called? Fake breakout. One candle has closed above the min threshold, the very next body has closed below the min threshold. One more body should not close above the min threshold of the order block, because if it closes above the min threshold again, it's a confirmation the order block is broken. Means the high of the order block is obvious now if another body closes above this min threshold. So if you are in this trade, for example, right now, the first time you will see a body close above this min threshold, you will close the trade. For example, you are still in this trade, you didn't get stopped out, or maybe you are holding the trade. For the first time, you will see another body has closed above this min threshold, one tick above this, you will just simply close the trade with that loss. Otherwise, you will expect the first time it will come back again and close below this order block. This market will never come back again to this min threshold, this order block. All of these things you are going to avoid. This is not happened yet. Okay, nothing happened yet. This candle will close one tick below this order block. It has no power to come back again to this order block. Your stop loss will be exactly to the top of this order block. Now this logic is not going to work here, because this upper quadrant can be respected again. But still my belief will be, first time it will close below this order block, maximum order block, fall. It should not come or retest this min threshold one more time. It is the job is done here. Everything is done here. Nothing left. It doesn't need to trade this order block, but maximum it can trade the order block. It doesn't need to trade this order block, by the way. At the same time, for example, when I moved my stop loss over here, got stopped out, I will try to take re-entry from this order block by covering just the min threshold. So just for the sake of this conversation, I was in this trade, I got stopped out here. I would love to go for the re-entry from this order block if it provide me by covering this just min threshold by one tick, believing that it's going to work, and take that low at least that low, and then this low, and finally the 50% of the new week opening gap. Brother, I'm just tired to hold you, okay? Don't get distracted by the chat. They don't know what they're talking about, but what I'm saying you, I'm going to prove that to you. They just come and show their frustration, nothing else. I'm really so thirsty. By keep talking, keep talking, keep talking. Write down boom for me. Beforehand, I'm saying this with my responsibility. Write down boom for me. Within two candle, the low is going to be taken. Within two candle, the low is going to be taken. Maximum two candle. Best case of scenario, this candle, yeah, that candle. It is not important to take that low. More importantly, this sell side liquidity. That is my target. That sell side liquidity. Now, when I told you that this market will never, ever, ever, ever come back again to this deep premium area by showing you the premium and discount. Did you got the proof here in a live market? All of this destruction happened because of this upper quadrant of the new week opening gap. The next line is this constant encroachment. Until here, it's a free fall. It's just a free fall. Until this line, it's a free fall. No kind of re-entry opportunity, nothing. It will just keep falling until that line over here, until this 50%. Thank you guys. Is there, let me remove it. For example, you took the sell from here, okay? 50% about the equilibrium gap has been built by this candle. Did I ever tell you that if you would love to take an entry and stop loss should be above the candle that has built that gap? Did I ever tell you this, guys? Put it here. I can't do that. 63 handle, I can't do that. But think like it's not highly volatile. It's a normal price action. So here it's 20 handle. Just think like that way. That's a 20 handle stop loss. 20 handle stop loss and gonna be 63 right here. That's gonna be 20 handle 1:1. Think like that way. 20 handle stop loss, 20 handle partial. After clearing the partial until 365. What is 365? 365 here. Until here I'll hold my trade until that area. Unfortunately it is highly volatile. Okay, I got stopped out, no problem. Order block. See this order block, mean threshold of this order block, high of the order block. Did it ever take that high of this order block? Two tick of that order block, because sometimes what happens, it go one tick above that order block and then start to fall. So at least two tick above that order block, you should put your stop loss two tick above the order block. Did it ever take it? No. Where did it came? Equilibrium. Did it came to this premium? No. Did it clear that low? Yes. Sell side liquidity? Yes. What is gonna be your target? The 50% of this new week opening gap. That's a free fall. That should be a free fall. So something like, not like it will start to consolidate like this way and then it will fall. No. Yeah, some kind of this candle can happen, but it is going to fall for this 50% of this new week opening gap consonant crossbreed. It should be a free fall. When I'm seeing all of this bull candle, am I confused? This is now going to go higher. Any of you are confused? Did you get the premium and discount? I'm going to remove it now because I think that I proved it and I showed you in live by seeing this leg avoiding the buy because of selling, because your bias is bearish, and when you should wait, how long you have to wait to get the confirmation it is going to fall. After that, how you are going to take the entry. Unfortunately, it is highly volatile and this gap didn't work, to be honest, just because it was above the quadrant level. If it was not the quadrant level over here, you would never see this is going to happen, never ever. Now look at the 15-minute last gap. This two line is the 15-minute last gap. Okay, so let me remove this 15-minute last gap. Is there anybody has closed above the consonant crossment of that 15-minute last gap? Even a single body has closed? No. So what is wrong? Did it come after from here to here? Did it come to the premium? No. Worked with the discounted gap. Did it fall to take that sell side liquidity? Yes. More importantly, the 50% of this new week opening gap. It should keep falling at least until the 50% of this new week opening gap. It should keep falling, however. I got boom. Congratulations, Sophia. How much showed you your payouts or live trade? Otherwise, your word don't mean anything. How much show your payouts of live? Okay, I took off. Nice, I got out early. No problem, guys. I agree with asking Hamad not to give advice. We are here for Tito's analysis. Thank you so much, Sophia. Yeah, that is my interest. Okay, my interest to show you everything. I'm just doing some contradictory things here. My stop loss, where I should put my stop loss, how I would love to trail my stop loss. At the same time, I keep saying you guys don't follow my stop loss. It's very difficult to follow my stop loss because I'm good to get stopped out prematurely to take re-entry. If I get the re-entry opportunity, I'll take that re-entry. If I don't get, okay, I'm absolutely okay with that. But according to the logic, at the beginning, I first teach you how to put the stop loss. Where should be your stop loss? What is the safest area to put the stop loss? Now, then, if it is highly volatile, don't take that trade. I was expecting it will fall until this concurrent crossment of that new opening gap. It didn't fall. Is that mean I'm wrong? No, I'm not wrong. When I'm expecting that, I'm going to put my stop loss just above the concurrent crossment of that gap. So if it stopped me out over here, I'll get stopped out over here because I didn't get my extremely boom. Can it go to the premium now? 100% it can go to the premium now. Even that's a buying opportunity to me for that buy side liquidity over here. That's a buying opportunity for me. After clearing the sell side liquidity, the leg I will get to the premium gap is gonna be my entry opportunity from there. I'm giving my opinion, freedom of speech, baby. Hey guys, please don't get any confusion. Okay, we all are here. Okay, so we are free, we are a space to free speech. He's absolutely right. Okay, there is nothing wrong. I will tell him something rude, he will tell me something rude. It's absolutely good, brother. You guys are going to fun. It's gonna fun. No, none of us are actually enemy over here. All of us are the friend over here. No worries. But since it wants to, I will just keep. No man, Hamad, keep punching. I mean punching me, brother. It will help me to be more confident way to talk. Okay, I really appreciate it, man. No worries, man. Like sometimes we'll be rude and then we'll be friend again. It's not something like we are enemies. So I'll never talk to you or you will never talk to me. No, man, it's not something like that. So we all are the friend here. So keep going, brother. No problem. This side is different than others. It's not argumentative. Let it go, sis, please. Thank you, Sharada, for the boom, man. Come on, man. We all are friend over here. We're not You know, if you guys don't push me or pinch me, I'm not able to show you the confidence over here, how you should be confident over here. So in other way, Hamad is doing a good job. I really appreciate it, man. Can you drop premium and discount in this leg? Can you do that for me, Sharada? It's very simple, brother. It came to the deep discount. It should come to the deep discount of that leg. So think like that way. Okay, let's go for this analysis, this area analysis. Okay, so I'm going to remove all of these things. I proved my point. Remember, I proved my point over here. It's done. I'm not able to trade. It's okay, but I proved my point. However, let's go for this area right now. This market has fallen and took the sell side liquidity. That was the sell side liquidity was my target. Remember that. It has cleared that sell side liquidity. Now think like I have the buy side liquidity here. Okay, so I have this buy side liquidity. I don't have any sell side liquidity. This market, where did it came? Deep premium, sorry, deep discount from high to the low, high to the low. This is the deep premium area. Even if this market would love to fall, it can come to this deep premium. Nothing is wrong. So when it came here, this leg job is done. This leg job is done over there. I don't need that leg anymore. Now, it's important for that leg. I'm going to mark that high and that low. What is your expectation? This market will go higher or fall? If you expect that this market is going to fall again, it has to come to this discounted area again. If your expectation, no, this market is not going to fall, instead of that, it is going to take that buy side liquidity, then you are going to mark the equilibrium or the discounted fair value, sorry, premium fair value gap. Unfortunately, I don't have any premium fair value gap. I have only this gap. Okay, so here two type of scenario. One, or it will fall here. Okay, this type scenario. Think like the buy side liquidity is not taken. Market failed to clear that buy side liquidity. It came here. Does it mean that I'm going to take the buy? No. When it will come here, I don't know that it will go through this or not. Okay, I don't know that. What I will do, I will wait for a confirmation. Order block, tap to this order block, boom, that is the entry. Same entry I showed you yesterday. Remember here, what is that? Here, that was the entry. Same area, same gap. I didn't know that it is going to be hold the market or it is going through that to use it as a support, keep going higher. So I have to wait for an order block entry or confirmation. If it do that, I'll go for the trade over there around this area from the order block. If I'm expecting this is going higher, or if it fall without building the order block, then it will trade this and then it will keep falling again. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any buy side liquidity anymore. I'll wait. Do you got the point, brother Sharada? And I never did any hate speech. Show me if I did. Hey Hamad, just let it go, brother. We all are doing here, like, man, we all are learning, right? Hamad, you are learning, I'm learning, we all learning. So let it go, man. We are friends forever, okay? So don't take it seriously, man. We all are appreciating to each other. I believe so. You are never going to hate me. I'm not going to hate you as well, brother. I'm learning from you. You are learning from me. Both of us are learning from each other. I'm not your teacher. You are not my teacher. We are all friends here. Thank you, Arthur, for the boom, brother. Frankfurt. It's been a year, man. I didn't see your name. It's been a year, I guess. At least 8 months. I didn't see your name, brother. Why doesn't price go to the premium area without clearing liquidity first? Is there a reason or some kind of logic behind that? Okay, I don't think so. You are watching me for last few days. I'm trying to clear the premium and discount concepts. So how can I give you the reply from here by one word, brother? Hey Ajay, thanks for that boom, brother. Don't encourage me, bro. I don't care, man. Keep going, keep going. I really appreciate it, man. If you did something wrong, you'd get blocked already by Mahathir Tamimi, but you are doing absolutely okay, brother. So it's okay. Until I'm not going to blow my mind. Absolutely, it's okay, man. We are penguins of a colony sitting on an ice and scratching our back. No, man, just go, keep going, man. It's good, man. Can it be 2022 YT model? Tough, tough decision, brother. To use the 2022 YT model, it's a tough decision when the market failed to trade the equilibrium of the new week opening gap. If it could trade the equilibrium, I could go for the 22 YT model for sure, brother. But unfortunately, it didn't do that. At the same time, I don't have any buy side liquidity. Okay, so as I don't have any buy side liquidity, I don't have any precision of the rejection from the most important area. Thinking about I mean, sorry, 22 YT model is bit risky in my opinion, brother. Vin, you get my point. I'm learning a lot from your channel. 2 years into trading and slowly getting better. Wow, that's a great compliment for me. I'm trying my level best. Make sure that you're coming every day. Okay, it's absolutely free. I'm just asking your time. All you have to pay me the time, and I'll pay you the price action with confidence. I will show you where is the low probability, where is high probability. Thanks for the penguin, Martin. I'd love to give you a touch this Friday when I will start to do the. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm not trading actually this week because of my some personal problem. I have already shared it with my members only, like whoever is members. I've already shared with them. I think, yeah, I have shared with them with the members only live. So I'm not trading this week my funded account or challenge account anything. I'll just go for one single trade to keep my funded account alive. Just for that. I don't know when, but maybe end of the week I will do that. Just one trade, maybe one micro contract for 5 seconds or 10 seconds or 1 minute or 5 minutes, whatever it is. So that is gonna be only trade for me because of my some personal problem. Okay. However, uh, this weekend, wow, dollar index was extremely okay. Let's go for the dollar index first. First let me finish this. This Friday when I will do the what to say, I mean the I told you like I'm going to do a members only live, and whoever is lazy, this is gonna be very helpful for those people. So over there I will show you this YM, ES and NQ, how this is gonna give you the confidence to go for a trade. Okay, so it's gonna be a very funny session. Just make sure that even if you are not in live, later you have watched that video, at least the first part, because around the first part I will explain everything. So after that you can just leave, but remember, don't miss this stream. Those people who are my member, please don't miss it. It's a request to every single member over here. Please don't miss it. So here, this is the dollar index. Let's say our prediction actually worked or not. So yesterday, if you are confused, go and watch yesterday's live. I told that until this market is above this gap. Why this 4 hour gap? Because for dollar index, my lowest time frame is hourly chart. This is my lowest time frame. I don't go for 15 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute chart for the dollar index. For me, the lowest time frame is the hourly chart, and most of the time I prefer 4 hour chart. So over here I told that until this market is above this 4 hour bullish gap, this buy side liquidity is my interest to see. It will keep trying to take that buy side liquidity, and then I showed you why the Nasdaq should keep falling depending on this dollar index. If this market closed below this 4 hour gap, then this sell side liquidity is gonna be important. From the hourly chart you can see a beautiful sell side liquidity over here. That's gonna be important for me until this market is not going to close below this 4 hour gap. This buy side liquidity is my interest to see. It is going to take clear. It is going to clear. Okay, so that was our expectation from the dollar index from yesterday. I just take a look over here before starting the live. Just take a look over there. What is happening over here? Nothing else. I was pretty much confident it is going for that buy side liquidity. Now I don't need to worry about this Nasdaq to fall and clear the sell side liquidity over here. That sell side liquidity I showed you yesterday, that how it is going to trade this area and going to clear that liquidity by tomorrow, I mean by today. Okay, So yesterday my target was until here, exactly over here. That was my target yesterday. Remember the 15-minute last parallel gap, 4-hour weak consecutive crossment, daily weak consecutive crossment? That was the target for yesterday, not this sell side liquidity. And today, what did I say? Until this liquidity is not cleared, I'm not bullish. I'm extremely bearish. When this liquidity will be cleared, a short period of time, I'll be bullish, and then I'll start to look for again to sell until this whole new week opening gap is not going to be closed 100%. But now when it came to this deep discounted area, I let the market to fly up a bit. Okay, so I will let him fly a bit. Let me go to the 2-minute chart. Okay, I don't need actually the 1-minute chart because 2-minute chart is much more clean. So from 2-minute chart, you can see what I told, premium versus discount. Okay, so let's go for the 2-minute chart because the 2-minute chart is much more cleaner comparing with 1-minute chart. So this is the low which came to the deep discount. Premium should work with the premium fair value gap right here. Lowest down close body close candle is the order block. Now the high is here, so I think I have to wait until the body doesn't close above that high. I have to wait for that, or if it can fall a bit more to make an order block, another order block, maybe that could be better. Otherwise, this I have to use this order block to take the buy over here. Stop loss is gonna be below this order block. Please don't try to take this trade because it's 82 handle stop loss. And then I will look for, let me see if I can find anything from anywhere. Okay, I have actually this hourly bearish gap. So let me mark this hourly bearish gap. And let me go to the 1-minute, 2-minute chart again. From 2-minute chart, from to the top of this order block to until the constant crossment of this hourly bearish gap 50%, I can look for the buy over here from the order block to until the 50%. Depending on that premium and discount. Now 1-minute chart, why I'm not using it, because you can clearly see that in 1-minute chart it's too messy price action over here, too messy, right? Too messy over here. Otherwise, if it could tap here to this gap, I could use this candle as my order block over here. I could use it as my order block to take the buy from this area to until that area. But as I don't have that opportunity, I have to use this 2-minute chart where this is a high, this is the low, this is the equilibrium, discounted fair value gap, premium fair value gap. Trade the premium fair value gap. Unfortunately, the wick is too big, so I have to wait a body close to above that line, then to take the entry from here by covering the order block low, and then until this that area, because I don't have any buy side liquidity. In other words, this high should be taken, then maximum until that area. We'll have to expect this is going to work. Okay, so we'll have to see. This is depending on the premium and discount. I don't have any buy side liquidity. Okay, so this candle will close above this line, and then it will tap to this line, which is the order block high, and it will go ahead for this line. Someone has joined to the membership. Thank you so much, brother, sister, brothers. Arthur, are you brother or sister? Dora. Actually, can't see, but I can see along here. I'm sorry if you are boy or girl, but if you are boy, let me know. If you are girl, let me know. So boy versus girls. Thank you so much for being a member. Don't forget to give me the penguin, brother, sister. Got it. Thanks. Thank you. No problem, guys. Let me see. I opened a chat. How many of you are actually okay? 35% got the payout out of 144. Wow. That's good. No is 42%. Huge. Almost getting payout is 23%. If I plus 35 plus 23, it's gonna be uh, maybe 57. So 57% people are going to get the payout, which is more than 50%. That means out of 144, near about 72 to 74 people are going to get the payout, and some of you didn't get the payout. Remember, it's the payout. Don't worry. uh, welcome sister, another girl. Oh, okay. Not a lot of us here. Thank you so much, guys, for being over here. Okay, actually, it closed above this, but it didn't tap to this water block, so I don't think so there is any opportunity yet. But let's see if it can tap over here. Again, another example of premium and discount. In this market, if you work with the premium and discount, you will be amazed. You will be amazed if you follow the things I'm showing you guys. But just remember, if it is highly volatile, no need to take those type of entries. But if you can get the point, tomorrow is your day. Like yesterday was our day, today is our, it's not our day just because of the volatility. Like 80 handle stop loss, it's not logical at all to me. However, okay, sister, thank you, sister, for being over here. FL trader, welcome. Thank you so, brother, thank you so much. I'll just make FL trader the mod actually. uh, 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 uh. Welcome FL trader as a moderator, brother. Can you please write down something, FL trader? That is a huge percentage of successful traders for you live streaming. I'm seeing that, Sophia. Islam, I'm happy. I'm happy. Really happy. Okay. Welcome, FL trader as a mod. How do I get that orange box in that chat when addressing someone? What did you mean by that? Unfortunately, it didn't give me the opportunity. However, let it go. Let's go back to 1 minute chat. It was a bit messy, okay? Otherwise, if there was a gap over here, I could use the same logic what I was trying to use from the 2 minute chat. I could use the same logic over here if I had seen another gap over here. Unfortunately, I don't have any gap if I'm not wrong. Yeah, not even a single gap. So it was working here, maybe with this breaker block. I have no idea, but I was needed a gap here. That one gap would be able to let me to go with this order block. See this order block? I could go for the order block entry from here for this high first, and then until the 50% of this hourly gap. It is what it is. We don't need every single run. Oh man, 52 doesn't work. Hey mod, use the opportunity and block everyone who is rude. Please don't block me. That's a request. Just don't block me. Guys, I really don't think so there will be anything else right now. Let me recheck. Okay, I'm going to remove this sell side liquidity. Remember, my target is filled. That was my target. That has been filled. Market has cleared that sell side liquidity. I'm rejecting from there. It can also go to the deep premium area. That means above these highs. It is also possible that it will go above those highs. Mhm. breakaway gap, it worked as a breakaway gap. Just unfortunately I didn't have any gap over here, to be honest. If I had a gap, then I could frame a buy actually, at least until that high, or maximum until the 50% of this gap. Just didn't give me the buy, even though if it provided me that the stop loss would be bigger actually. I think so. Today is highly volatile. This market is really so much volatile. Yeah, it's 42 handle. Oh man, huge. Hmm. There's no more sell side liquidity, Mitchell. I mean, the maximum sell side liquidity has been cleared, brother. The maximum sell side liquidity has been cleared. I really wanted to see it will tap to the 50% of this opening gap or new week opening gap. It didn't do that. Okay, I was needed that confirmation for a confident buy. But however, it didn't give me that. Even though the buy here, I'm not able to catch that run just because I didn't have any fair bill cup over here. If I had a fair bill cup over here, I could go for that. So guys, I randomly choose the leg to explain you the price action or the premium and discount. Is that a bit helpful for you guys? Okay. I'd love to start another. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm really happy to see this result. I mean, I was expecting like 5% people will push the yes. Okay, something like that. I was expecting maximum 5% will push the yes. 23%, 20 to 30% will say almost getting payout, and rest, I mean 60 to 70% will write down that no. But this result is really huge. Okay, to be honest, it's huge. But thank you so much, guys. Keep waiting. I mean, keep just be patient. Don't rush. You'll be profitable. I promise you. Just don't rush. Don't focus on anything else except I'm showing you here. Don't waste your time by trying to prove me wrong. Instead of that, trying to catch the things I'm sharing with you guys. Okay. Let me actually write down another poll. I really would love to see what is the situation. Release it. Should be green. Gray means break even. I mean, you are at the break even, or maybe you didn't take any trade. And thank you so much, guys, for pushing the like button. I can see 104 likes. Thank you so much, guys. So my maximum expectation is it will come here and then it will start to fall. That is my maximum expectation. Let's see. If it provide any selling opportunity now, I'd love to catch that fall. Anyone would love to try the premium and discount from here? If you'd love to try it, please do it right now. It's a good opportunity to learn. I've been in several private paid groups, and there was never more than just a very few who are getting payouts. Wow, so yeah, yeah, I'm happy, sister. To be honest, I'm happy because I'm seeing that more than 50% people who are watching my live, they're either getting payout or they're very near to get the payout. I'm really happy for this result. It's unexpected, to be honest, for someone who is doing all of these things for free, because most of the people actually focus on uh, private mentorship. They give their everything for the private mentorship because they're paying for that. And people, most of the time, what we do, if it is free, we don't give a care. I mean, we don't care about that because it's free. It's valueless. We think like that way. It's a human nature. It's not something wrong. The human nature. But I'm happy. At least people are listening to me. Thank you, Madhi, for sharing our Discord link. I really would love to see if any of you are interested to join our Discord to share valuable information over there. Also, you will be able to share your understanding, your questions, your confusions through our Discord. We all will try to clear our confusion through that Discord. Hamad, are you with us in our Discord, brother? If you are with us in our Discord, you'll see that Tony Soporno, I guess, if I'm not wrong, he's doing awesome things. Okay, he's taking any trades, it's gonna be huge. So I think I need some judgment for him as well, brother. Please join our Discord, man. And I need some judgment from you about Tony Soporno. Please, man. We need that. He's the king, okay? He's the king of trading. If you see his trade today, I promise you that he took the sell here, exactly over there. And he closed his trade either here or here. And then you will see again that he took the buy here, and whatever is going to be the highest high is going to close the trade over there, exactly over there. Please join us, okay? Can you do 15-minute premium discount on? Let me try, win. Let me try. We'll see. Brother, 15-minute chat, I'm not interested because you can see there is no gap. So only the lines are not enough for me. The lines is not enough for me. I need the gap. So from 15-minute chart, you will be able to see there is no gap. Even if I use this high and that low, just this one gap over here. So I don't have any other gap over there. Instead of that, I would love to come to the hourly chart. Hourly chart is same, but I have this inverse gap, so I can use this inverse gap actually. From high, the low. This is the deep premium area. I really want to see it will come to this deep premium. It doesn't need to come if it would love to keep falling. It doesn't need to come to this deep premium, but I really would love to see it will come to this deep premium, even if it would love to fall. I really would love to see it will come over here. This deep premium, which is also the inverse gap, even though it has been used already. And the same time, some kind of reaction from here. So the expectation is gonna be something like that. Let me come to the 5-minute chart. It will come to this premium area from that high to that low. It will come to this premium area from 5-minute chart here to here. That is the deep premium. Even if it failed to come over here, around this area is more than enough, I guess. And then it will come to the that leg. It will come here, that trade, that gap, or maximum this gap. Any of this gap will be traded, then it will start to go higher. So what I would love to do, I will try to catch a sell from here to until maximum this gap. So from 5-minute chart, I'd love to go for a 5-minute chart, because 15-minute chart, hourly chart, I don't have any good price action over here. We'll go remove it, go to 1-minute chart, and we'll try to find a selling opportunity from there to until this area, and then from here it will start to go higher again. If it failed, instead of that holding price keep falling and come here, it means it is going to fall again. It's not going higher again. So from there to here, it's an opportunity for me to find a selling opportunity. Now if I am using the 5-minute chart, the best area to go for the trade is 30-second chart. So from the 30-second chart, if there is a bearish 22 YT model, that's the best case of scenario to go for the sell. You're from Pakistan. कैसे हो भाई? आप ठीक ठाक हो भाई? But I live in UK. Oh, okay. How are you, brother? Are you okay? My nice name is pronounced Ahmad. So tell me exact method of IOFED. I don't know, unfortunately, what is IOFED. To be honest, brother. So do you need 15-minute gap on 15-minute chart, or you can go 1 minute chart on minute chart and mark premium and discount? Now this question is going above my head, Vin. I really don't know what do you mean by that. MTH is mean threshold, the 50% of order block, propulsion block, breaker block, mitigation block, any kind of block 50% is mean threshold. Have a good day. Hey Sujiban, you are here, man. Until now, I didn't know that, brother. You didn't say anything. Before going, let me know, did you take any trade today? Institutional order flow into drill gaps and that tend to remain open. Wow, you know that. I don't know what is IOFED, brother, to be honest. I did. Is that green or red, brother? Mark 15-minute leg, then go to 1 minute chart to mark premium and discount gap. Okay, Vin, please watch exactly from the beginning of today's stream. The question has been explained over there, okay? The question you were asking me right now, it has been explained over there exactly to the first of this stream. So this is that gap. I'm going to use it if there is a gap. By the way, there is no gap. However, if there is a gap, I could use that gap to think a fall for until here. Yes, I'm green in my funded account. Congratulations, Sujivan. See you tomorrow, brother. God willing. Unfortunately, there is no gap. Okay, if there is a gap, even if there is an inverse gap, that could be an opportunity to take sell from there to until where? Here. It is all depending on the premium and discount. But remember, any kind of trade you would love to take, make sure you have the liquidity. Liquidity is a confidence that it is going to trade over there. So if you trade like that way, you'll be benefited, man. Ah, I'm really so tired actually. Hamad made me tired. This all credits goes to Hamad. I hate you, Hamad. No problem, Bin. Just just from the beginning, without the greetings, I explained that. And I explained that depending on these two trade. First trade was here. Actually, let me show that here. From what is that? Yeah, from here. Exactly. I explained this buy, this sell, depending on that higher time frame and 1 minute chart. And then I showed you this as well. Like, let me. I hope I'll be able to show that to you. Yeah, that buy, and then I saw. I told that you have already seen the video, right? So I've just explained why it was a premium and discount, why it should come here and then it should to fall again over here, which I outlined already beforehand. That was the one, and there was another one actually here. Same area, I have explained the same thing why it should work with this discounted area by depending on higher time frame, 50-minute or hourly chart, and then it should keep falling until here. I hope you'll get I mean your question will be answered. If it is not, let me know tomorrow. Okay, man. To be honest, I'm so tired now. I mean, I talked too much today because I was holding something you guys to believe about the premium and discount. I was keep talking. That's why I'm a bit tired. Ah, if you can please tell me how you form your today bias only today, that helpful. If you can please tell me how you form your today bias only today, that helpful. Okay, thank you so much, Shankit Javari, brother. As it's an explanation, okay, I can't do that right now. It will take 30-40 minutes, something like that, or maybe 20 minutes, something like that. And it's already done yet. I mean, I have already done everything what you are asking. The same way I told been to watch today's live first part, I'm telling you, go back tomorrow, not the PM session, around the morning session video, I mean live streaming, where I have explained everything until where I'll keep looking for sell. Yesterday, why I was looking for sell until that area, and today, how I'm going to look for the sell today. I have done it yesterday's AM session, first part. Okay, just the first part. You will open when I will start to talk about the price action. After the greetings, you will listen from there. Everything has been explained over there. Okay, brother? Because it's gonna take a bit time if I would love to continue the explanation over here. I'm just not able to do that right now. As I told, I'm a bit tired. God bless you, Tito. Thanks. You are the best. I think you are the little ICT. I'm not the ICT man. Not even near to him. Ask your questions on Discord. They will be answered as a. Thank you so much, Mahdi. Yeah, guys, please join to the Discord through that link. It's not a difficult thing, guys. So you guys can join, and I hope it will be answered over there. Okay. However, this all was outlined. Come on. This all was outlined. Okay, market should not come to this premium gap, it should work with this gap and here, then how it should work as a inverse gap until where, everything has been explained yesterday. Whatever you are seeing right now, that has been explained yesterday, from the very top time frame weekly chart to until 1 minute chart. So if you are interested to learn about the premium and discount, please watch today's first part as well. And before watching, please watch those videos I have uploaded from yesterday's. I'm very lazy. I'm not interested to upload any video, but I'm doing that so that you guys can get the confidence about the premium and discount. And as I am showing you the levels, as just the volatility, I'm not able to catch any of this run just because of the volatility. If it was not that much volatile, trust me man, this was the day for us. Like boom boom boom, this type of boom, you would keep seeing that boom. Some of you are profitable today, 55%, 40% in trade, 31% rate. Those people who are in rate, don't rush. You'll be able to mitigate. Oh, by the way, guys, Apex has 80% discount, 1 day to pass, $40 lifetime activation fees. Code is T2T, and this is the link. You guys can try if you want the Apex 80% discount. Yeah, I'm done. Anybody has any question? If no, then just write me down. Bye. I'd love to go for buy. But keep an eye over here before I leaving. Keep an eye for this line, okay? There's a possibility market will go for this buy side liquidity now. Use the same premium and discount logic to take this buy or whatever it is, if it provide that buy side liquidity. So 24,836.75. It's a great opportunity or great area for this market to go for that line. So I prefer this is going for that line now. By using the premium and discount to that leg, you guys can try it. Okay. Hey Jamie, you were here as well, man. I didn't know that. So many of you were here. I didn't know. Try to write me something, hi, hello, something, so that I can be confident. Okay, some of you are here to defend me, and when Hamad will start to mess up with me, you guys will defend me. Okay, so if you are not here, like Sophia, Jamie, the Nuchu, Marquez, Suzivan, all of you, okay, Mahadi coming. Mahadi is not including you guys because he's alien, he always against me. However, like when you guys are here, I feel confident. Okay, Kuba, Ahbab, like, oh, okay, now I have someone to defend me. And Hamad, when he will start to mess up with me, you guys will protect me from Hamad. Thank you, Sophia. Oh, FL is also here. Thank you. Thanks for the stream. Take care. Time to smoke. Yeah, I was going to do that, by the way. However, if I find something good around this morning session, sorry, around the PM session, I'll try to come back. Otherwise, see you tomorrow, guys. Until then, cheers.